And there's also Emperor Caligula, who like was widely believed. Again, Caligula, if you're out there, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But he was like known to be like an insane emperor, and I'm pretty sure there's a story where he was like, "All right, my favorite horse. He's been by my side for who knows how many years.
Yeah.
He's a senator now."
Whoa.
And everybody was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, he's a senator now, so he's going to be in, whatever seat." And there was one guy who was like, "Excuse me, sir." And he's like, "Yeah, what's up? Should we not put a horse on the Senate?"
Yeah.
And he was like, good point. Let me counteroffer. And then he was pulled apart.
Wow.
Like, he strapped his limbs to horses and had them pull them apart, and then he died, and everyone else was like, "Cool, thanks for coming aboard, horse number whatever, horse 47 or whatever his name was." And I was just like, you know what? I appreciate that guy had the strength to tell the emperor, hey, maybe we shouldn't elect a horse when he was clearly batshit insane. But then also respect on Caligula for being like, I love my horse so much that I'm going to pull this guy to pieces for saying he shouldn't hold office. my horse, who very literally goes and then eats hay. Like,
damn. Yeah. I mean, that guy must have like had to stand behind the horse or something.
Mm-hmm. His seat was actually right. He was like one chamber
right
lower.
Behind,
So anytime the horse just shit, he was just like, "Oh, that sounded like a good one."
Yeah, that was awesome.
He was just like, I can't do this." But I guess it might have been a blessing.
Yeah, maybe. It's like, I'd be living in hell every day if I had to sit behind a pooping horse.
Yeah, so I'd rather just die.
I'd rather just get pulled apart.
But yeah, man.
Hilarious.
There's that. And then it came into my mind earlier when we were talking about the Pope and his McDonald's.
Okay.
I'm not sure how, like, in the, like, Twitch streamer, like, VTuber sphere you're familiar with.
Not super. However, I feel like I've noticed you haven't streamed in like a month.
Yes, that was the other part of it too. I was going to say was that you gave me that lovely promo, like put it in the video and everything.
And then you
I
just never streamed
It's the same thing I did when I made affiliate, where I was just like, oh hell yeah, I can start earning money. I can make custom channel like changes and channel points and emotes and stuff. And then I didn't stream for like 3 months. It was just bad. I mean, most of it has just been full transparency, just as a friend, but also for anyone that went to check me out per Mr. Will's recommendation. They're just like, what the fuck? We had a guy out at work. He's taking his last 2 months of paternity leave because he just had a kid.
Nice.
Our manager was on vacation. Before that, the other guy who works first shift was also on vacation. So we have been filling spots for like the past month and a half of just like my schedule got shifted from 4 to midnight to noon to 8 p.m. so I could help in the morning and the afternoon, but without overnight, or without overtime, I mean. So when I haven't been home sleeping, I've been at work. I think the last pay cycle I put in like 113 hours.
Oh my god.
So it's been bad. But I'm hoping to get back to it because I want to. It's just been, it's not the right time because he comes back the 24th, but I think, but I have stuff I want to play. I was thinking about doing it tonight as well, just as a heads up.
Okay.
But yes.
Well, there's definitely a chance that I post this today.
Yeah,
potentially.
so I mean,
so that's perfect.
Hey, August 2nd, 9 p.m.
After you're done watching this, go watch that.
Go catch BigDorkyKong on Twitch as he plays a game based around Cthulhu and pirates. So,
oh, really cool.
Yeah, it's called The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu. And it's one of those like games where it's like you and your friends show up. You try to loot as much stuff as possible. Get it kind of like a Lethal Company or a Repo kind of thing. Okay. But there's monsters and it's all.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that before. Yeah,
it's like
cool.
Cthulhu themed. So like there's
fun.
insanity and like outer gods and stuff like that. So I love Cthulhu. I'm a big fan.
Don't look up the name of
H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
I mean, you could just be prepared to have Google call you racist.
Yeah, just
he was
prepared.
He was very racist, which is unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
I do enjoy his stories very much
because there's Cthulhu, and then there's his cat.
Yeah, there's Cthulhu and his cat, but also like one of the other gods that like lives in the same area as like Cthulhu and Nyarlathotep and stuff like that. Their name is Shub, S-H-U-B, dash, I'm going to spell it and let you at home figure out how it's pronounced, N-I-G-G.
Oh, no way.
O-R-A-T-H.
Wow. Whoa.
So shub, that last word.
Wow.
Yep, straight up.
And like no way.
That, and like you'll also notice, which I noticed, that was because I was gifted like an omnibus collection of like all of his works for Christmas one year.
Sure.
And as I was reading all the stories, I read it as a kid. And I was like, ah, scary outer beasts. You know, really don't think too much about it. But then went back and I started reading them again, like as an adult, and I was like, I'm noticing a trend where the character is always like a New England socialite.
Yeah.
And
a racist New England socialite.
And it's not his fault that every piece of conflict he comes across are either outer star, like elder beings, or people of a darker complexion.
Yeah, it's like
they're pirates, or they're like, you know,
oh no,
they're like the outcast workers, workers from a village, like a town.
So crazy.
Like he didn't hide it, and it's one of those things where like I feel bad, like just on a personal level, because I'm like, I like these stories, and I think as far as scary stories go, like they're one of their like unnerving kind of like. Like as a human, the concept is you would not be able to process this without going insane. I love that. I love the outer stretches of your mind can't even take this kind of thing. But when the person who made it is such a piece of shit, kind of like, and I'm gonna say this full chest actually, just like J.K. Rowling. You know, like when the person writing the story is such a piece of shit, I like don't want to enjoy these stories as much as I appreciate them. So it's like. But
sure. I mean, hey man, Disney was a racist.
This is also true,
and they're a huge company. Many people still support to this day.
Yeah, Song of the South, we see you. No matter how they try to hide you.
Also, all of the war propaganda that Disney was able to do. Actually, that was because back in the day, Disney was going to go bankrupt at one point and made a deal with the U.S. government to like militarize all of their caricatures.
Fantastic.
So like people would get like pins and stuff with the Disney characters on them.
Nice. I think of also like it's not Disney, or is it Disney? No, it is. It's Donald Duck. That like famous video
is
Donald Duck is Disney.
Yeah, Daffy is Warner Brothers.
My dumbass went, oh, he's got to be Disney because he's in Kingdom Hearts. That's how I reaffirmed it.
Kingdom Hearts.
And if they're in Kingdom Hearts, then I know they're Disney. That's how I run everyone through the Rolodex.
Yeah, just like what is the fucking one-winged angel? What's his name?
Oh, Sephiroth.
Yeah. Sephiroth is a Disney character.
Yeah, Sephiroth is Disney. Cloud's Disney.
Leon.
Leon is Disney. Zack is Disney. What else?
Goku's Disney.
I mean, technically, he can be if you think about it. Depending on what we know is canon for Kingdom Hearts 4, where he's in like actual Japan.
Where canon?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, we may be Disney.
We might be Disney.
They just start morphing and I turn into fucking Mickey Mouse. Give me your money.
I'll give you your phone back if you give me money.
Yeah, it's Mickey waiting in the white van.
Come on.
Nothing bad's going to happen. Come on in. Fuck, where were we? I got so distracted by Disney stealing a person.
Yeah.
Donald Duck, when they made that like famous cartoon of him being like a bumbling Nazi that was at the bomb factory, and he was like putting the bombs together, and then like a bunch of pictures of Hitler came in.
Yes.
And he was like hailing Hitler like multiple times in a row. But it's like that's the thing is like, and to be fair, I don't enjoy Disney anyway because they're just a slimy piece of your company. But
they do hide
allegedly for that one because you're actually still relevant. J.K. Rowling isn't.
Yeah, facts.
But
yeah, I mean, also just like, how could you like retroactively like rewrite all your books and just be like, oh well, actually, there's like plenty of black wizards and plenty of Jewish wizards and like these are their names and things.
And we won't mention any of them until after you guys call me out on them, but I will spend like half a page describing the fact that Dumbledore has a perfect birthmark of the London subway system on the back of his leg. Like, that was something she actually wrote.
Insane.
And then she was like, oh yeah, also everyone's there are a bunch of black and Jewish and
and Dumbledore's gay.
Yeah, Dumbledore's gay and Grindelwald is gay and but don't actually talk to me about gay people or I'll actually lose my mind because of all the mold
also
in my
like
house.
she like hates trans people or something.
Yeah, she made a fund to like actively like lobby against like trans initiatives in the UK, And
That's
like,
so crazy.
and it's one of those things too where like this is something I've talked about as well with Maya and Paul to a degree, is that I don't understand why a company, and this unfortunately I can't say allegedly because it's a thing that's still happening, why a company like Lego, who is very much like, they made it, everyone is awesome set, we love supporting everyone of all different lifestyles and things like that, like
Sure.
we want everyone to feel safe. They're very like inter-company, they're very much like, hey, we love everyone, like this is a safe space, things like that. But they will continue to partner with Wizarding World and make Harry Potter sets.
Oh,
Because
yeah, that's a
Wizarding
good
World
point. Yeah.
is directly connected to J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, it's like her
she makes
side
the money
company.
off
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it. It's not like you can't say,
licensing the products,
like,
yeah.
we're not paying J.K. Rowling, we're paying Wizarding World. It's
Well,
like, Wizarding World then gives the money to J.K. Rowling, who then makes like active groups to be like, let's not let this law pass, so that way trans people can't piss where they want to piss.
yeah.
And it's one of those things, and it breaks my heart too, because it's just like, all things considered, I obviously have I have a much easier time than anyone who's part of like the LGBTQ, or just lives even in like a darker skin color. I happen to pass very easily, so I didn't have to face the same struggles. But then seeing all that happening, and then being told by the company that's like, no, we love everybody, watch us actively give money to someone who's like trying to kill you guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not, like, you understand the mixed messaging here.
Yeah, well,
and I
that's
get
like,
it.
yeah.
That's always how it is. Companies are not your friend.
Yes.
No
None of them
corporation
are
is
your
ever your
friends.
friend. Nobody
Yeah.
cares about you when you become something like YouTube or Lego, things like that. I get it. But it's just like, it feels like intentionally deceptive, manipulative messaging to like blare it into your employees' heads.
Sure.
And then in front of them hand them money to like the Gay Killer 9000 machine. Like, it's fucked up. And I'm sorry to take it to such a heavy turn, but it's like, just with everything going on too, like one of the people I follow, she's like trying to leave the country at this point because her state was just like, hey, here's a letter, just so you know, we've given over all your information to the government because you listed yourself as trans.
Oh, what the fuck?
Good luck.
Yeah.
So she's like, thankfully, she's doing her best to try and gather enough money to leave, but it's like stuff like that. Like, she's just like, I literally, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go because I don't know, like, if I'll survive here.
Oh,
like,
sure.
kind of thing. It's like, I just like, I wish it was, what's the word I want to use? I wish it didn't have to be this way, and I feel like it doesn't have to be. I feel like being kind is easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with however somebody lives. You don't have to agree, like, with whatever they do. I think that's fine to a degree. But if you start, like, actively, like, lobbying to, like, have them erased because you don't like that, like, that's, again, like, one of those, like, fundamentally evil things.
Yeah, it is pretty evil. I mean, it goes back to the whole companies putting profit over people. There's like no integrity, and also like once you become public as a company, you are actually kind of forced as a company to throw integrity out the window because as a company, your company can get sued if you are not putting shareholders first and doing the only thing to increase shareholder value. That is like the only thing you are allowed to do at that point.
So it's like and again, that's the thing, is like mechanically the system is just broken.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Like, there's a few like shining beacons out there that are like doing their best, but and I guess that's the other part of it too, is I'm not demanding perfection by any means. I don't think anyone can actually be a perfect company that like supports the right things and will actively put every interest I want first, because that's literally impossible.
Yeah, unreasonable expectations.
But I don't know. I feel like it's very easy to just be nice, I guess. Like,
Sure.
Maybe like, again, we've already established on a corporate level it's not possible, but like people like J.K. Rowling, who like have made, she's probably made Gorillions off of Harry Potter.
She's definitely made Gorillions.
So it's like I feel like she doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, she literally, ever since writing those books, probably has never had to work another day in her life.
Yeah, I think she did one project once under like a ghostwriter name.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, wow, these books are shit. We don't like this.
Yeah.
And then
Thank
and then
God
she
you
was like,
ghost
cool.
wrote it.
Yeah, right. Or no, she wrote it, and they're like, this is shit. And then she ghost wrote it, and everyone was like, this is just the same story, and it's still garbage. And she was just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go hate trans people now.
It must be their fault.
Yeah, it has to be. How do the gays do this to me? Kind of thing. But you know, how we got from AI interviews to be nice to people boggles the mind. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel like that's something that everybody needs nowadays, is just remember people are people. I get it. You know, you're not going to like everybody. I'm not asking you to. I'm just asking you just don't advocate for people to die, I guess, unless they really deserve it. Like if it's, you know, if they're out here stabbing babies, kill them. I don't care. But if it's just like, well, I don't like that you kiss boys and you're a boy,
sure,
just don't look at it then. Why is your search history full of boys kissing boys?
Why is your search history full of it? Also, just like, I don't know, man. Just some of you just need to learn manners. You know, like, working, like, being a public-facing person and having to like talk to clients all the time. It's just like, who raised you?
Yeah, and it goes for both sides too. Like, this is not like an exclusive one-side issue, but like, I feel like his manners have just kind of, like we talked last time about the movie theater thing. Yeah. But like also just conversing with people, like if it feels like they're not clueless, then they're just like, there's this distinct lack of like not approaching a conversation, it feels like, as if the other person's a human. I think a lot of that comes from like online. You
ask Google or AI a question and it just tells you the answer, and you like don't need to have an actual conversation or connection with the thing.
Or like if you find someone online that disagrees with you, well, I'm just going to actually make you want to kill yourself for disagreeing with me. Because you can say that behind a keyboard because you're not looking them in the face. The problem is now that's transitioning into like, you know, well, I was able to say this stuff online, so let me go in person and start saying this shit to intentionally rile people up or tell them to fuck off. And then you get your shit rocked and you're like, well, why did that happen? Yeah. It's like, what do you mean, why did that happen? Like, you walked up to someone and like spat in their face. What do you mean you're surprised they hit you? Like, you know, I don't know. And then also to the AI thing too, that also reminds me, I saw I was looking over the notes that someone did for an interview, and that also like, where I was like, this feels like this person is not looking at this like as it should be, where he was just like, yeah, this candidate was okay, like it wasn't like the conversation wasn't sparkly, but you know, it was all right. I think if I asked ChatGPT the same questions, I would get a similar answer.
Sure.
And that's why I think they shouldn't be hired.
Okay.
And I'm like, so rather than just be like, okay, you know, I wasn't happy with the conversation, your conclusion was, I think I could have just got more out of it through ChatGPT. It's like, that shouldn't be a comparison, because ChatGPT is a learning AI system that can pull from a multitude of conversations. If anything, I'd be like, oh, this guy gave me an answer that was pretty well done. Like, you know, because he said he didn't give me bad answers. So you were happy with his answers. You just didn't, like, what was the question here? Everyone else was like, this guy was great. But this one guy was like, if I just use AI, I would have gotten more out of it. I'm just like, you don't need it. You don't talk to the person.
Hiring AI.
If you were hiring an AI, you wouldn't be reading these notes, or I wouldn't be reading these notes. You would just be working with the AI program. If you're looking for a person, part of the aspect of having a person is not just the answers they give you, but how they give it, their energy, things like that, which everybody else said was great. But he focused on the content and didn't look at any other part of this guy other than what he could get out of an AI system. And I'm just like, that's all so scary. It all comes back to that, like you said, the dehumanizing aspect of almost everything.
Yeah, just culture in general, I suppose.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, man, just go out and just talk to people, have fun.
I should say, there is one girl at the current job that I'm at who is probably going to get fired soon. I have a feeling. It's just a feeling.
What happened?
She just doesn't fucking talk to people, dude.
I see.
Like, there are people who have been there, like, who have been working with her for, like, over a year, and she just doesn't say good morning to anyone. Like, she'll just walk in, just ignore everyone and everything, and just, like, go straight to work.
All right. And to be fair, I can understand, like, just like, I'm here to work, lock in.
Yeah.
But there is still a degree of like
politeness and social interaction that you need to have with people who you work with because you spend 8 hours a day with them.
Yeah, sometimes you spend more time with them than you do with your family. So it's like, I'm not going to tell you that you need to talk to everybody.
Yeah, but you should get along with some of your coworkers.
Yeah, or even just a simple like, hey there. Now, granted, I mean, who knows? Maybe something happened in her last job, and she's like, nah, I'm not doing that again. But I like, like I said, I like most of my people I work with. There are several I'm not a fan of. But at the very least, if they say, like, hey, have a good night, everyone. I'll say, hey, have a good night. Thanks. No problem. Like, super simple. Because I'm not going to think about it at the end of the day. They're not going to think about it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it still at least gives that degree of cordial, like, not camaraderie, but like, that cordial, like, all right, we're not going to be a thing. Like, we'll just say, good morning.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you said, basic, like, politeness kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, that's unfortunate. Sorry that you've got a stone wall in your office or wherever it is that you work.
No, that's okay. I mean, there's a lot. Every company has its issues, I should say. That's like, I should be thankful that most of the people at the office that I'm in are like pretty good, but there are for sure some people that's like come on,
nah, we're good. We're good on that.
Good.
But yeah, no,
yeah. I've been playing. I started teaching my fiance some Yu-Gi-Oh. Actually, we did a couple rounds of GOAT format.
Nice.
Yesterday.
Okay. Good way to start.
Yeah, figured we start with GOAT and then maybe move on to Edison once she gets a hang of it.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that is probably a good progression. It adds enough new mechanics that aren't like confusing.
Yeah.
So.
Because God help you if you're trying to learn modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I was like, we're not starting with modern.
Literally, Brian and I were talking the other day about like the new Chaos stuff they're coming out with.
Sure.
And I'm just like, at what point do cards like? I remember when it was like summon like Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress #2, and you're like, oh shit, a 1400 beater.
Yeah.
I gotta strategize.
Oh sure.
Nowadays, I feel like if your card doesn't do everything in the game, then it's just not good. Because like literally everything we read, like, were one card starters.
Oh yeah.
Like searches out what you need, can recycle back what you need.
Yeah.
After you do the thing, it does another effect because you did the thing.
Yeah, it has like 3 effects.
Yeah, like just by the merit of playing the game, you get to like slap your opponent in the nuts. And if they say ow, they lose. Like that's like on turn 1. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yes. I did have to explain that to Pia as well, where it was like, hey, like where she was like, oh, like these cards don't have nearly as many as Magic. It's way easier. And I was like, that's because you don't know modern Yu-Gi-Oh yet.
Yep. No,
it's like Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of like known for being the game that just you have to read a book every time you look at a card.
Yep. And heaven forbid you don't know the difference between a colon and a semicolon and a comma. And then
God.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done
after
for
that point.
Yeah. Also, I like lightly touched on the fact that there were things like spell speeds, and I was like, we're not going to get too into it, but there are like game mechanics that just aren't on the cards.
Yeah, I knew spell speeds were like an inherently like disgusting concept when the only spell speeds 4s that exist are trap cards.
Yeah,
like
counter traps.
they're literally spell speed 4, and this is a trap. Like you have differentiated those cards for years, and you don't even have one that works on the same level as your trap card.
That's fair. Hey man, counter used to not be a counter trap.
I mean, that's which is crazy.
It's crazy.
In the name.
Yeah, it's in the name.
But yeah, I want to love Yu-Gi-Oh so much. I really do, because it's the game that's always been there for me, like more than Magic.
Yeah.
I grew up on it. I collected all of it. Like I played it for the majority of my life. I have a barely comprehensible understanding of the game, to the point where I can survive at least like a locals.
Sure.
But like it's so insane. Like to the point where I'm just like, the only times I was playing was like I was playing with Brian on like a custom. Like we were like, let's just not do anything crazy. Like or like one of my other coworkers, he wanted to do a format with. And I have both these decks still, and I'm waiting to actually use them because he has the deck. He just didn't learn it yet.
Oh,
but he wanted the format to be nothing past synchros.
Okay.
So only synchros and back.
Yeah.
But you can use modern cards that aren't synchro, or that aren't, as long as they aren't synchros or XEs or links or anything like that. But the ban list was that every banned card is at 1, and every other card's unlimited.
Sounds like a terrible format.
And Brian and I both looked at him and we said, is that what you want? And he was like, well, yeah. He's like, what if they have the cards printed, why not use them? And we were like, sure thing.
Yeah, I can name a few reasons.
So I built
Delinquent Duo, Pot of Greed,
Painful Choice,
which
I found out,
Graceful Charity,
Pot of Greed.
Another Pot of Greed again.
Second one because you can't read, and the first one said Pot of Schmeed, and I made that card myself.
I played Pot of Greed to draw 3 cards.
Yeah. I summoned Pot of Greed to draw 2 additional cards.
But that's not what it does.
Yeah, it does. Now I summon Pot of Greed.
I activate Magic Force.
Now go, Dark Magician.
I normal summon Dark Magician in attack mode.
But yeah, so I found out with Painful Choice, because there's been no erratas that changed the card text. It says select 5 cards from your deck.
I think it's 5 or 6, right? Or no, that's a different one. I'm thinking of the one with the woman who's like the trap card.
Oh, it's 6 Sense.
6 Sense.
Yeah,
6 Sense was really good.
So Painful Choice is select 5 cards from your deck. Your opponent chooses 1.
Yes.
And you discard the other 4.
Yes.
It says discard, and it's from the deck. So Brian was like, "There's no way that works like that because I put it in Dark Worlds." And he's like, "That doesn't work." He's like, "There's got to be a problem-solving card text."
Disgusting.
They reprinted the card, never errated it, no problem solving card text. So I literally discard 4 cards for free from my deck.
Wow.
Which can be Grapha, and because we can use the new stuff, it could be the new Rainbow. It could be the one that searches out banishes itself to get the field spell. It could be Snow. Like, it literally get 4 free effects off of 1 card.
Yeah.
And then Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed, Delinquent Duo. What else do I have in
Trap
there?
Dust Shoot.
I think Brian has Trap Dust Shoot in one of his. Basically, it's just 2 OTK decks. I have Monarchs, and I have 60 card. 60 card. I just said them. Dark Worlds.
Yeah, nice.
And I think he made. What did he make? I think he did Zombies, but like similar idea, you know. So it's like he hasn't. You haven't played
where you
anyone
really don't
besides
need
each
the
other.
extra deck.
But it's just like Jesus Christ, and like with Monarchs, you know.
Also, you could just straight up build Ritual Beasts.
Correct. Yeah, it could just play. Well, we both agreed that we're not going to do that.
Yeah, not modern extra deck cards that are fusions.
Well, no, those count, but we were like, we're not going
count.
to do that because that'll take 12 years for 1 turn. But also, like we're just like, let's just play decks that are actually fun. Because he's playing Blue Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, he already doesn't know what he's talking about. He just wanted this because he likes Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wants to do
And
a
to be fair,
casual
like,
game.
no harm in him for that.
Yeah,
But I'm just like,
people are allowed to have fun.
yeah, just this is probably the wrong format if you don't want us telling you what cards to use. Because we tried to give him advice. He's like, nah, I got this. And I'm like, okay.
Well, you're going to lose.
Sure thing, bud.
You will lose.
But yeah, so it's like I like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just like, God, I don't need like a trigonometry degree to play this game.
Yeah.
I prefer not to.
I don't need Super Poly off the ban list.
Yeah, never mind Super Poly at 3, which actually, to be fair, I think is right now. But
Yeah.
there's the thing too. Is like, oh, I got 3 Regeki. What am I worried about? 3 Dark Hole. I'm like, yeah, man, whatever you say. Destruction effects are super good.
Yeah.
We promise.
No, so good.
But it's just like,
That'll surely win you the game.
yeah, especially when I can play like Dominus Impulse or Imperm, because that's also cards I can play because they're not XCs or links, you know. But yeah, so it's just like, whew, like I what do you call it? So yeah, I agree that Goat into Edison, and even then it's like, I feel like playing Modern would be a bad idea. So
Yeah,
keep
we'll
her
work
safe.
our way up there. I think there's definitely some ways to like slowly introduce more modern mechanics.
Yeah. Like I feel like synchros were fine.
Yeah,
Like,
synchros and XCs were definitely fine. XCs made sense. Synchros
Pendulums,
made sense. Pendulums, I mean, we can start to get her on the concept though as well, right? Like you can pick a simple pendulum deck. Ignite's very easy concept.
for
like,
sure.
You can just understand the mechanics super fast that way. Not Pepe.
No,
Not the Pepe deck.
God, that was. I mean, Odd Eyes could be fun too.
Yeah.
I still will never forgive them for that rule change where they made the pendulums the spell trap zone.
Oh yeah, not their own separate.
And you can only
spaces.
pendulum summon from the extra deck to an extra deck zone. I'm just
Yeah.
like, how dare you make it fair? I loved it when I could pendulum 5. You know, feel alive. But
yeah, Pendulum 5 from extra deck was super cool.
Cleaforts, miss you, baby.
Cleaforts, Towers Turbo.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Not around long enough.
I mean, they have new pendulum monsters that seem like they act like Cleaforts,
Yeah.
but I just don't have the attention span to read a full card,
Sure.
but also like understanding like everything else that it does. Like it's, I guess that's part of it. Is like, you know, it's at the base, it's a strategy game.
Yeah.
You know, like how do you best do your thing with the resources you have as quickly as possible before your opponent does. So it's like that's the other part of it. I think that's always eluded me and kept me from like being better. Is just I have a hard time like picturing the matchup. You know, if you're like, all right, you know, if I'm building a deck, I'm like, all right, I want to counter this, I want to counter that, I want to counter, because these are the things I'm worried about. I'm just like, you know what? I like these things. They all fit together. Boop, and then shove them. Like kind of like that's my idea with Goblin Biker when that deck came out. Very versatile, very fun. You know, easy to use rank 3 engine.
Okay.
And like the main card was like, you can like steal your opponent's cards and use it as material, but then you can detach and do this thing. And I remember I was just like, oh, this is a lot of fun. These are really good. And there's like, Brian was like, oh yeah, you could do it this way or this way or this way. And they were all like, really like hyper efficient, you know, break my board. And I'm just like, what if I play it with the Gold Pride though? And he's like, why? I was like, well, they're on bikes. Gold Pride's a racing thing. It kind of fits. And he's just like, yeah, if you want to, man.
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
the flavor.
Yeah, like the flavor's there. It's all the same. It's just different. It's the same but different.
Same.
Yeah.
But different.
Or same thing with what was it? It was wasn't, I think it was Mimigul, where he was like, oh, you could play like a pure stun variant. And I was like, I could. What if I play Summoning Curse though? And he's like, okay, to what? So we're both top decking? I'm like, yeah. Because Summoning Curse was whenever you it's a continuous spell where it says whenever a card is I think it's summoned to the field, the owner discards a card from their hand. And Mimigul's whole gimmick is you summon the card face down on your opponent's field. And then when they flip it, it has an effect, and then it always comes back to you. So when you use that to special it face down on their field, it counted as summoning. So since they were the owner, they would have to discard a card. So on turn 1, you can make them discard like 3. If you play Summoning Curse and like summon 3 Mimiguls.
Okay.
And then like I said, the idea was like they would flip them on their turn. Either if they flipped them naturally, or you had a card that did it for you. And it was like when this card flips, do this in sequence, where it's like X ability, and then it's always like put this like return or give control to your opponent, so you get your card back.
Okay.
So it was meant to be like and their field spell was like a mini Mystic Mine, whereas like if you control a face down card, then you can't. I think it's like can't normal or special more than. Or I think you can only set one card per turn. You can't normal or special. So it's like you would have to inherently flip them to then have non-face down cards, and then you can normal summon and special summon again.
Ridiculous.
But you know, he's like, oh, you could do it like this or like that or like this, and he's like, yeah, but Summoning Curse though. He's like, okay, well, what happens when that doesn't work? And I was like, it'll never happen. And then I went to a local and I was just playing for fun. And then we played against Ben, who's, you know, obviously one of the better one of the better players at the shop. I was playing Mimigul. I did a thing. He activated Dominus Impulse. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. He's like, cool, you scoop? And I was like, no. He's like, you sure? And I was like, well, why would I? He only negated one effect. And he's like, okay. So it went to his turn, and he started flipping all my Mimiguls. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? They all get effects. And he's like, no, they don't. I was like, what do you mean? Dominus Impulse says you can't activate the effect of like water, earth, and lightning monsters.
So funny.
They're all earth monsters. So I literally just gave him beaters, and I had no hand, and I was just like, Oh, I was like, okay, I see what you're talking about, Brian. But again, that just meant to be a funny little deck, and I was like, I don't care. Raziel was the only one where I took a little bit seriously, like the Murakamo Raziel deck. But even then, I felt like I was doing geometry homework. I was just like, I just want to play the game and have fun. What is this?
Yeah, once you hit links, and doing like extra links was ridiculous.
Oh God,
I hated that era.
Or like the that's where you like connect both of them, so your opponent had no extra.
Yeah, so then they had no extra monster zone.
It was dark times.
Yeah.
Just lost pendulums. Link showed up, and you could do this stupid U-Link shit. I'm just like, let's just all go back to Kaijudo, man. Let's just play a real game.
Yeah,
let's all play White Schwartz.
Firewall Dragon was running rampant.
Yeah. And then they nerfed him, and he was still usable. And
Yeah,
they were
it
like,
was
nah,
still
it's fine.
usable.
Don't worry about it. All the nightmares, like
Yeah.
the goblin and things like that. Which, to be fair, additional normal summons are always scary. So, putting
True.
double summon on legs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go back to Go format where it's one normal summon a turn, please.
Air Knight Parshath was the scariest thing you could do.
Yeah. Summoning that the level 4 gorilla that's like 2000 attack.
Berserk Gorilla.
Yeah, Berserk gorilla.
You have to attack every battle phase.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card though.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very good.
For the time period especially.
But,
Goblin Supply Squad.
Yeah, oh God, Goblin Supply Squad.
Hell
I haven't
yeah.
heard that name in forever.
I know, right? You wouldn't.
Yeah.
The Jedi wouldn't tell you these names.
I wouldn't tell you about that. Goblin Supply Squad.
Goblin Supply Squad. Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, Darth Plagueis, the Supply Squad.
The Supply Squad.
It's just a goblin with fucking rubbing his... It's actually really funny because Bandai just released the next card game they're going to do, which you might have seen Albert talking about in the group
Digimon?
chat. No, Digimon's still going.
Oh, okay.
They're doing a Naruto card game.
Oh.
And they actually released a simulator before we got confirmation, like,
What?
about what the actual, like, first set's going to be.
Okay.
But it's like fully AI. There's one time AI is okay because it's not doing anything. But yeah, it's fully AI. You can just play. They have like four decks because the first two, like, I assume the first two starter decks will be Naruto and Sasuke, of course. But it's a really interesting game mechanic. You get a mulligan, one mulligan to start the game. First player can attack, all that fun stuff. But the way it works is that you get 5 chakra cards to start. You have 15 life. And the way it works is that you have your front line, which is where all your monsters sit, they can summon. And then there's a back support area. And I think they did actually just lift this from Digimon, where most cards, if they're not outright extra cards that you can just like play to do stuff, they're creatures that have like an extra card ability. And what you do is you can set the cards face down in your support area, and you can activate their abilities based on whatever the timing says. And the way it works is that you pay chakra to flip those cards and use them. The difference is that your chakra doesn't unflip, so you can't use it again until you use your recovery ability, which is where you tap your leader and then you turn all your chakra back face up. So
Okay.
so if you spend like your first turn, like you spend 3 chakra on an extra card and then 1 on your opponent's turn until you use your leader to recover your chakra, you will just have the 1 left because you only get 5 from the start of the game. So it's a bit of a resource management thing, and it has like the MTG like priority pass for quick plays, and there's summoning sickness and all things like that. So it looks like you have 1 summon token, so you can summon 1 card normally, and you just tap that to show you used your 1 summon. But then you have unlimited special summons, so it's like Yu-Gi-Oh. The only thing that gets me though is so far all the cards we've seen like that, they all say this card can't be summoned normally, which I guess indicates a special summon. But like some of the stuff you can already do has me worried, because the way it works is that each card has a power, a health, and a damage like section.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the higher power thing is that if you want to attack like other battle cards, but it's a little unclear in the simulator because like I've boosted cards to be like 14 power, and they'll fight a card, but then they'll both die. I guess maybe the health and the power whatever. I'll look into it more. But either way, like it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, where they'll crash into each other or punch over each other. But yeah, so the damage is what you deal to the commander or leader. If it goes to 0, you win, and the other person loses. Things like that. So you want to reduce your opponent's leader to 0. But like there's one card in particular, the Naruto leader. His ability says, once per turn you can turn a chakra face down, and then give a card +3 power for the turn. And then he has Gamabunta, the frog, who says can't be summoned normally, but to special summon it, you take one card that has a power of 10 or more and put it in the trash. So the combo that I've seen happen so far is there's a Minato card, Naruto's dad, and he says if he has 10 or more power, this card gains Rush.
Okay.
So he can attack the turn he's played. And you can't do it turn 1 bar none. You got to wait till your turn 2. But the combo that I've done is I'll play Minato, use the ability, turn a card face down. He's already 7 power or 8 power.
Oh wow.
So you do it once. He goes to 11. You attack. First turn he's played. Deal 3 damage if they don't block it. Use Gamabunta to sack him and play him. Then his ability says you can go into your trash and choose one like Naruto, Jiraiya, or Minato card and play it.
Yeah, just
so then
bring
you
him
use
right back
Naruto's
out.
ability, turn another chakra face down, give him 3 power, rush in again. Then there's another Naruto card where he's in Sage mode with his 3 clones. Another one that says this can't be summoned normally.
Oh man.
To special it, you put one card with 10 or more power and one of your other cards into the grave. And then so you do that, summon the Naruto, and he says, and he's 11 power. When he's summoned, choose a Naruto from your deck and play it with its effects negated.
Okay.
So then you can play that Naruto. And the first one has Rush. So you attack again. So by this point, if the opponent hasn't blocked, they're down to 6 life.
Wow.
Because that's 3, 6, 9 from 2 Minato and 1 Naruto. God forbid you have another Gamabunta in hand because there's no limit. So then you just sack the Naruto that just attacked, summon him out, play the Minato, do it again, because again, you've only used 3 chakra at this point. And then you attack for another 3.
Wow.
So if your opponent has no answer to any of this, they're down to 3 life, 2 if you attack with your leader
No way.
on your turn 2. And if you choose not to attack, you can just tap Naruto, unflip all the chakra you've used this turn, which you can then use for your counter spells essentially on your opponent's turn. And I'm just like, oh, this is bad. Like this is scary already. Now, granted, they do have some attack negates that exist, I think naturally for this reason, or they have spells that are like choose 2 of your opponent's tapped battle cards and KO them. But it's like, I feel like it's going to get out of hand rapidly if your opponent just doesn't open with one of those.
Oh, sure.
Like, and does nothing on their turn under the threat of potentially just being rushed down on turn 2. Like, that's... I hope there's more cards that come out.
Yeah, hopefully so. It sounds a little bit like Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was going to say, that's what I was worried about. Because I started getting flashes already of like, we already have spell speeds, we already have spell chains. And the fact you can almost kill someone on turn 1 if you open the nuts
it's pretty
is
bad.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, that shouldn't be for a new game. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah. Granted, the Gamabunta says choose one non-EX, so you can't like summon the Naruto back that summons the other one. But even still, like, holy shit, like it's kind of crazy. I'm excited for it because I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll pay a little bit of attention. But I'm just like, why? Like starter sets, I feel like shouldn't be like that.
Yeah,
like I feel like there shouldn't be an inherent like Digimon didn't get a rushdown deck until like set 2. Set 1 was very much like summon your Digimon, attack. Yu-Gi-Oh, like we just said, did not have any of that going on.
Yeah.
There was still some complexity, but it wasn't like turn 1 kill. Magic for sure doesn't. Well, let me take that back. Magic that's not standard, I feel like doesn't have that. Commander is really, I guess, the only one I can think of. No one's dying on turn 1 unless you're playing that higher level.
Ad nauseum.
Oh god, ad nauseum, or just like some red-blue expansion explosion bullshit. Like
Thassa's Oracle.
Yep, like Thoracle's another great one.
Yeah, just end the game immediately.
It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why do that?
I mean, hey, there's domain format in Yu-Gi-Oh now, which I definitely want to play.
I don't understand it. Can you explain it to me? Because you get like a deck master.
Yeah, which is like your commander.
Yeah, but then like you can only choose like spellcasters. Like if it's the dark magician, like how does it work?
Yeah, so all of the other like monsters in your deck have to either share an attribute or a type with
Okay.
that card, or if like there's something like within the text like of the text effect that says like beast warrior, whatever, like you could add those as well as like the actual typing of the thing.
So like if I have like let's just say for argument's sake I've got dark magician who for some reason is a warrior. We'll just start there. Right? Yeah. I think a blackluster soldier.
Sure.
You know. Is he earth type?
I think he's a light warrior.
Okay, so a blackluster soldier, he's a warrior, light warrior, and would I be able to play giant rat because it's an earth, but it says when it's destroyed you could summon a beast warrior or warrior card like 1400 or something like that. Because I feel like that's how you get. It's an earth monster or a beast warrior.
I don't.
So then no, that wouldn't work. In that case,
I think because it's like within the text of the second of cards effect, it probably not. I think it has to be like within the actual typing or attributes.
Okay, gotcha.
So there's like
It's a bad example, but
I forget the name of the card. The one for that deck with Alistair.
Oh, the invoked.
Like the like you could do like the boss monster fusion evoke. That's like the 12-star one.
Okay.
Who within its card text literally has every single like attribute listed, so then you can just play every single creature type.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So as long as it says the typing or the actual like attribute, then it counts.
Yeah, if your deck master within the text or within the actual typing is like, you can like search your deck for one fire, water, earth, wind, divine, whatever. Like then you can play all those. Gotcha. However, you can always play divine cards no matter what.
Oh, okay,
that's like the thing. Yeah.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. There's not many cards that mention it.
It doesn't really matter. So you can play god cards if you want.
Dude, my obelisk beatdown deck's gonna go insane.
My obelisk beatdown deck is crazy.
So let's say like you have like, Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Yeah.
Would you be able to play like Meteor Skull Dragon in your extra deck because it mentions Red Eyes Black Dragon in the text for the fusion requirements?
Oh, does it not share a type or attribute, but it mentions?
I think it's is what do you call it?
Dark Dragon.
Yeah, it is. I thought Black Skull Dragon was fire.
Oh, maybe.
Or Meteor Skull Dragon. Maybe I'm thinking of two different cards.
I don't think that's how it would work. I think it's right because it's your deck master to the card, not the card to the deck master.
Yeah,
I believe.
Okay, hold on, let me see.
But it seems like a pretty fun format. I definitely built like on Dueling Network like one or two of those.
I forgot
just
Dueling
like fool around with it. Yeah. I mean that's how we're practicing.
Gotcha. So Red Eyes Black Dragon is a dark dragon. And then
just look up domain format rules.
No, this is easier.
This is easier?
Yeah. Looking up each individual card.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. She has a dark type. We're good.
Okay.
And he's a dragon, so.
Nice.
So, what's it called? Deckmaster?
No. Not Deckmaster. Domain format.
How many cards you got?
I think you can do, I don't want to say it wrong, 60 maybe? I think it's a 60 card format.
Supposed to be played 2v2. Or free for all.
Ew, 2v2.
Yeah, any collaborating with anyone? That's
collaborating.
Collaborating in this day and age.
Yeah, gross.
Deckmaster, archetypes, attributes, specific cards, domain deck building. No ban list.
Oh, amazing.
You build a singleton deck, no duplicates, have 60 cards in the main, and your extra can be up to 15. Your deck master is separate from these numbers.
Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, they literally listed heroes. I was like, this would go insane for a heroes deck.
Oh, sure.
But okay. I mean,
There's a lot of really good stuff that can happen. I mean, and again, right, no ban list, so you can use every single broken magic, like, spell and trap card that is out there. Yeah.
Greed.
Yes.
I will say
Get
Pot
your
of Greeding
greed.
into a Graceful Charity is probably like the biggest. Like I feel like I see like God in that moment. It feels great. To then go into a painful choice, I'm just like,
Yes, into a delinquent duo.
oh God, please stop, please stop.
Oh god.
It's about to get messy in here.
Yeah, going first and like drawing 5 and making your opponent discard 3.
That like how insane would that
Holy
be?
shit.
How insane would that be? Okay.
Yeah, definitely worth looking into.
How dare you? How dare you make me want to play Yu-Gi-Oh again?
I know.
You sick bastard.
I am.
You are
I'm a
sick.
masochist.
But I mean, that's the thing. Is like it's I will say it's a testament to how good Yu-Gi-Oh is. They can withstand as long as it has and have as many formats as it does. Kind of like Magic. It's one of those games that just lasts. It's got a great card pool.
And at least the Yu-Gi-Oh community actually plays multiple formats.
I mean, this is true. I wish anyone, I wish anyone would play Magic nowadays.
Yeah, wish anyone would play anything other than Commander. And even then, there's not a lot of people who play Commander, which is crazy.
Yeah, the part that sucks is that like, I guess that kind of it helps solve the problem that I can see happening with Yu-Gi-Oh, which is why they have to make every card so specific and have so many different things on it, is because you have to eliminate the fact that they didn't rotate out old cards.
Oh, yeah.
Which Standard does. Standard does do that, which keeps it fresh. The problem is just that I don't like the idea of only being allowed to invest in one deck. Sorry, investing as much as I do in one deck to lose in 5 minutes if I just have a bad matchup. But then I also lose the deck entirely come, the next 7 or 8 or whatever months it is, or and maybe it's a year at this
point. Once it rotates out, it's not great.
Yeah, so it's like, either I lose all the cards in it, or it just becomes crippled enough where I can't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like how I felt with Rogues. Like, Rogues was like the last Standard deck that I played. I know, Dimir Mill, I know. But like, that was an evergreen deck that wasn't tier 0. Like, I got to have some enjoyment. It's just funny to go, haha, mill 20, please, out of your 40 card deck. That you already got down to 35 because you drew, or sorry, 33 because you drew 7 for a turn. Or I think back to when I was playing, it was when Kaldheim came out all those years ago, and I was playing like a blue, like extra turns deck where I would just play a bunch of Alrund's Epiphanies, which was like a 7 mana card that says just take another turn. And it was when the Foretold mechanic came out, so you would put it down for 2 mana on turn 2, and then by the time your next, you got around to 5 mana, you could flip it, take a turn, next turn flip the other one you had face down, take a turn, because there's no limit to cards in Foretell. And yes, okay, I played blue and Dimir in Standard. I couldn't have fun otherwise, because Standard inherently is not my favorite format. But I did what I accuse Ian of every time. Sue me. But, it was one of those things where it's like, I just, playing anything else felt gross. And then once it rotated out, I was like, well, I have no drive to play anything else because shield grids are $100 a piece.
Yeah.
The Esper Sentinel reprints are legal, but they're, $60, $70 a piece.
Yeah, Esper Sentinel is expensive.
Yeah, it's just like, or if I'm not, I'm playing against someone who's playing 3, Thalias that make me pay 1 more for every non-creature spell I play.
Gross.
So I'm just like, why am I going to bother,
Yeah.
Commander, at least I can put all these cards together, and I'm at least guaranteed 4 turns before I may die. So it's like, I can actually play the game a bit more.
Okay.
And I think Pauper was the other one that I
Yeah, Pauper's
enjoyed.
cool.
Because that one at least was low ceiling.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was a solved format.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like it's like Moncala. You could play it any other way you'd like. That's fine, but you are just going to lose against someone who knows the formula.
There is an algorithm. There is a best deck and a best hand.
Yeah. And there's ways to make sure you get it as efficiently as possible. Like the closest I came was slivers.
Oh sure.
Because it was like it was red, white, green slivers, and it was just like if you didn't have an answer for me by turn 3, all my shit had vigilance. All my stuff had +1/+1.
Yeah, of course.
First attack.
Yeah.
And then or first strike, and then by turn 5 I got the muscle sliver out, and now everything's +3/+3. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, good luck.
Like curving out in a deck that costs less than $20 by turn 5 is like insane.
Oof.
Ninjas were the same way.
Yeah,
you know? But
fucking ninjas.
Like, it was... And that was back when I could play, like, aqueous... Like, I can still play it now, but, like, having 4 aqueous form, which are the equips that make it so stuff can't be blocked. Playing, it was, like, distortion something or other, but it was a card that was, like, make a card unblockable and then rebound it. So you just play it for free at the start of your next turn and do it again, because you'll have a bunch of 1-drops that you could just hit out for free.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, it's one I want to enjoy, and I'm sure has gotten different with all the new common and uncommon cards that we have had since the years I've played. But I'm just like, I just feel like it's not going to be as fun as, like, getting together with multiple people and having 40 life and playing the table politics game, because there's nothing there. It's just 20 life, kill your opponent.
Yeah, there is no politics,
which is my favorite part. I love being the worm tongue, even though I'm winning. Somehow I'm trying to convince other people to fight each other, and everyone's just like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, being not in the best position and seeing, like, the advantaged player, like, convince somebody to attack you instead of them is like, dude, like what?
I have 4 mana that's tapped, and I have no creatures. Like, what do you mean? It's like, nah, he's gonna be a threat next turn because he's gonna play a card he might have. It's just...
Yeah, it's like, did you see how many cards he just drew? It's like, I haven't played anything.
His combo could be right there.
Yeah. He's not even in blue, but...
Yeah. Or my favorite is the, like, no, you should totally attack him because he's going to be a problem. We know that for a fact because he added these cards. And then when that player's turn comes around, they just pop off.
Oh, yeah.
And if you stop one card, all of a sudden it becomes a debate of, like, your moral integrity, because, like, how could you stop that one card? And I'm like, because you've already popped off. I'm sorry I didn't let you have your win more card. I don't know what you want me to say. You told me at the start of the game this was an integral part of your combo, so I am therefore stopping it.
Yeah, it's like, why would I let that go through?
It's like me being upset at trying to use an unblockable, like, what's that card? The Blightsteel Colossus.
Oh,
like,
nice.
if I attack you with an unblockable Blightsteel Colossus and you bounce my card, I'm not going to say, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to kill you. Yeah.
You wouldn't let me win?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if it's like, if I have 4, or like the other idea of, like, the opposite of that, where it's like, I have 4 mana, I have 1 Rhythm of the Wild, and you know who I'm talking about when I tell this story. And you use Hull Breach to destroy my Rhythm of the Wild because there was no other targets. You could just choose to destroy an artifact, but you choose to destroy an enchantment and an artifact. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Person who knows watching this is laughing at home because he did it to me. Brian. I'm dropping all pretense. To be fair, it was the right call to make. I was playing Wolverine.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No, I was playing Wolverine.
No, that was real.
It was the right call to make. You got to stop me before you get, because if he came in with haste, it's just a snowball from there.
Oh, man.
I just give him shit for it, but
that's so funny.
It was a right call.
Shit.
But I was just like, why? He's like, well, I want to destroy Albert's Soul Ring. I was like, so pick the mode that says destroy an artifact. He's like,
no.
Well, I want to pick both.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
but card advantage.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, no, it's fine. It's just a 2-mana sorcery. It's fine. Or 3 mana, sorry.
Yeah, didn't put my whole turn into that.
Yeah. I wish that wasn't the only thing I did last turn. But
when I only had 3 mana.
But yeah, like that always is a fun part of it to me. Or the eventual breakdown that usually comes when the person who was negotiating turns into the one in power and just forsakes all bonds.
Yes. The moment of betrayal when it's like, someone has to win.
Yeah, the game's got to end.
The game has to end.
See,
it's been long enough.
It's been 40 minutes. I want to go. The McDonald's is closing. Like,
you've all had your fun.
See, the thing is, too, I love about that is that I will actually, I'll do it if it's funny. Or just to keep my word. Bonus if it's the first one, too. Like, where I've been like, if you kill them, I'll scoop right after, so at least I didn't come in last. And then that happens, and I go, cool, I scoop immediately.
Hell yeah.
It's like the one combo I actually want to do with that is I want to play a token deck when I know someone is playing Super Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. Because the card says whenever a permanent an opponent controls leaves the battlefield...
Yeah.
Put a +1/+1 on it.
Oh, awesome.
And they ruled that counts if you're playing Commander and a player gets eliminated. So all of their lands, their tokens, their artifacts, anything that's on board when they lose,
Gets
counts as
added.
losing.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So if I have like 50 tokens and like 10 lands,
Wow.
and I choose to scoop while they have Super Shredder, he gets plus 60, plus 60.
Whoa.
No protection, nothing like that. So he can be easily destroyed. But the idea of like
That you can team up combo by scooping.
yeah, or if we kill the threat who has like 17 things on board, so he's already plus 17, and then I intentionally scoop after max valuing my shit on board, and then just boosting that on top to king make that person.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that's gonna be the funniest thing I've ever done in my life.
I would be pissed. I'd be so pissed.
Just intentionally scooping to make them have a 90-90 Super Shredder.
I'm
and make it their
already.
commander, so
I
they
am
already
already.
have like constant access to it because it is legendary.
Of course it is.
But yeah, like that kind of stuff, I feel like you can't really do with other formats, which is why I don't like playing other formats. In addition to the money thing, but no, I can understand the grievance of wanting to switch it up and not having that option. So
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. I do want to play more with everybody because it's been literally, I think, almost a year since I played.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I think playing at Christmas was the last time I played with people.
Oh, crazy, dude. Yeah, we should fix that.
There was one time after we played at Ron's place, but I was playing Eggman.
Okay.
That was the only deck I had on me that wasn't Hope. And they're both my lower tier decks. So I just scooped.
Also look into doing a Commander night and film ourselves playing Commander.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think that would be great because I do have I shouldn't say I do. Maya has a tripod that I've used for playing like on camera with people before, and it works great. The only thing I would need is like a battery, but because my phone.
Yeah, the magnet battery.
I was going to say that'd be great. But I think that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because we've done it before. But we've never back when we did Dragon Ball content, we didn't have like the gear to make it look good. But I think nowadays we could probably work a lot of movie magic. It won't be high production like command nights and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
no command nights, no game zone.
Especially given how all of us have very different perspectives on deck building. I think it's game zone. I think you're right.
Maybe.
'Cause I know there's game nights, which is like usually the four. I think it's been a while.
There's Dice something, I think, maybe. No, I'm thinking of maybe D&D groups. Game Zone might also be from VGHS, if you remember that show.
VGHS.
Video Game High School.
Jesus Christ. I felt like most of my bones like get weaker. Like I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah, man. You that was
I literally psychic damage from that.
Yeah, you took psychic damage.
God, fuck. Video Game High School. It's like saying watching Food Wars 2006.
Wow. Yeah.
Pink frosted sprinkled donut.
Pink frosted sprinkled donut versus chili pepper or something.
But
yeah, food
that's
battle.
Funny. That's funny, but
it's like epic mealtime.
Oh God, epic mealtime! What a drop off.
Ray William Johnson.
Yeah. Oh, Ray William Johnson.
The forbidden names.
all coming back from the ancient texts.
The laser collection.
Oh God, Criterion collection of YouTube channels. That's so good. Filthy Frank. I wonder how Joey's doing.
Filthy Frank. Yeah.
I feel like I haven't heard any new music from him in a while. But
that's a good point. Yeah.
I hope he's doing all right. Glad he got where he was going.
Yeah, I love that the video where he's speaking in Japanese and he's they're in my basement or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Looking back on it now, it's that edgy joke style.
Yeah.
It worked really well. Can't do that nowadays, mostly because you look back and you're like, all right, it's actually not super funny.
Yeah. Well,
shock value for shock value is something I've tried to steer away from.
Oh, sure.
But when it's actually funny and it happens to be edgy, all right,
Look,
no
Filthy
problems.
Frank was better than iDubbbz.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Filthy Frank did have some funny public stuff where he's hamburger, please?
Yeah.
In the middle of the store in
or
the suit.
spinning around in the pink guy suit, a McDonald's, compared to getting a ticket and flying out to meet a YouTuber just to say the N-word on camera and then be
crazy.
Why'd they kick me out? That's so crazy.
That's so crazy.
But hey, you know what? Times come, times go.
Yep.
What can you
remember,
do?
H3 and Leafy is here.
Yep. I remember
Drama
those.
alert.
the fucking
Drama alert.
Bradbury, all that fun stuff.
Who?
I remember that was a big thing for the Bradbury brothers. H3 did a segment on.
Okay,
whenever they put out a new video, he'd always watch them and be like it did like you said like the drama alert kind of like
yeah.
dissect the video and react content, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, iDubbbz had his police whatever, content police.
Yep, content cop.
Content cop.
I think the only two to actually come out of this as like still stable YouTubers are Max Mofo and Chad, because they have their Cold Ones like YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
They still do stuff to this day, and you know, as far as I'm aware, they're not doing anything super crazy.
No, I actually just saw a clip recently. They did their own like version of Taskmaster, which was cool.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I want to check them out because I remember I used to enjoy watching their stuff. But you know, out of that whole like, you know, what was it, like 2000 like 10 like era. Because I remember that was like when I was in high school.
Yes, lots and lots of toxicity and depravity on YouTube at the time.
The wild, wild west that it was.
Yeah, the wild, wild west. You had fucking Annoying Orange.
Oh god.
You had Tobuscus making it to television and then ultimately being outcasted.
Dude, have you seen like who he's turned into?
No.
To be fair, I think it was always there.
Okay.
He has fallen so hard into like the right wing.
Oh, crazy.
Like I think he just got like shortly after he like had the whole scandal with like the sexual assault allegations and things like that. He kind of like started falling into that like, you know, red pill.
Yeah, red pill.
Like, you know, like, you know, this, that, and the third. But
it's because of the woke cancel culture, not because of the sexual allegations.
No, exactly. But he recently just put out a video where he like made a music video called like "Get Out of Our Land" or something like that. And I think it was in response to like the stabbings and like assault that had gone on in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
But he like made a whole song about it, and then it made it to like right wing, like the right wing equivalent in England, and it became like super popular because they were all playing it, and that's all he's been talking about is that one song and like playing into that to get his money because like that's his thing.
A fucking thing to get money, I guess.
So like he hit that one song, and then he was like, and he did the thing too that like I always love seeing because it shows me how confident you are, where you're like, you post the thing, and then you talk about it incessantly, and then someone's like, does this guy fucking talk about anything else?
Oh, yeah.
And then he's just like, lol, they're already triggered. And you like quote tweet that one on top of it. Like, look at how triggered these liberals are. They keep talking about how I talk, but because they don't want you to see the video. Look at how triggered. Look at how triggered. I'm just like, dude, you used to talk about intro of darkness, then redness, then whiteness.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? I guess the redness was the part you focused on, but
that's really hilarious. Actually,
but I was just like, oh my! And I remember because I like had like zip up hoodies. I had the slap bracelet, like Tobuscus like slap bracelets and stuff. I was just like,
you telling me this is the nugget and a biscuit guy?
Right? Like, how did we get from nugget and a biscuit to get these foreigners out of my land?
Nugget, biscuit, nugget and a biscuit.
This is Diamond Sword guy. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is the Torch one. The Torch song. That was a pretty good one.
The Sideburns guy. This is who we're talking about. But
star of hit TV show Annoying Orange.
I was gonna say like that's the biggest thing. Like he was star of Annoying Orange.
Yeah, but not the original one when they were doing the internet show, which was cool.
You got the Cartoon Network.
Way cooler. Yeah, you got the Cartoon Network version.
He was right in between Andrew WK and like Teen Titans Go. So
yeah, Teen Titans Go, dude, ridiculous. Not gonna be rewatching that. No. Just gonna be doing Teen Titans.
Not at all. Not at all.
But you have, I think this is a good segue, have been watching Take My Muffin, which we talked about last time.
Yes.
And I love this internet show. It's crazy.
It was one of those things where it's like I had it on the back burner. I'm one of those people who's like terrible. Someone's like, oh, watch this show, watch this movie. Ah, no problem. It's on the backlog. Backlog is like 20 miles long at this point. There's so much stuff I haven't watched and or done. But I was like, you know what? I need something that I can watch. And it's like it's not just like something I have to like have a long form understanding of until the last couple episodes at least. But like those first couple ones, I was like, all right, you know, we can try it out. And I put it on the other day at work, and I was just like, oh, and I was like, I see,
delectable.
So it just and it was one of those things too where I was the first episode I was like, all right, you know, it's just another one of those like Rick and Morty style, like, you know, parallel universe or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like,
colorful.
But it's, you know, it's just a lot of silly over the top shit's happening. But then I kept watching it, and I was just like, all right, like, fucking like Noper and his whole thing.
Oh, Noper's backstory is crazy.
I was just like, they like the fact they committed to this over several episodes was crazy.
Yeah, the whole how he used to be like an actor,
like Draka's whole family.
Yeah, Draka's whole family being like religious,
but then like, loving the one TV show that they watched
so
over
funny.
and over. Mojo just being a chill potato.
Yeah,
like,
Mojo.
I'm like, all right, this
Mojo's
is sick. I think I like out of all of them, hilarious enough, he is like one of the ones I love the most because he's just super chill. Just never
Mojo's
anything
cool.
really bothers him.
Wee you.
Sounds like danger. UD, I actually I feel like they kind of went over the top a few times with how much they fuck with UD.
Oh
like,
man, yeah. Well, that's like the thing, right? Where it's like robots deserve rights, and they do like the civil rights march for robots.
Right, they had like Judy from like the Jetsons and stuff like show up, and like a couple robots from Futurama, and I was just like, dude,
like, wow.
But then it just ended with that like nothing happening. So I'm like, great, like love the message because it's mirrors real life, but also like they just never talk about it again. He just goes back to shoveling actual shit in one episode.
Oh, dude, it was his art.
Yeah, then she showed up and she's like, "But you know it's shit, right?" And he is like,
"No."
Like, yeah, but I like it. She's like, "Oh, that's boring." And then
you're like every other artist out here.
Yeah, if you embrace that you had terrible art, then maybe.
Then maybe.
And then and of course Corny's whole story. I just getting to finding out his dad's just a piece of shit at the last episode. I was like, that just feels really bad. But I mean, I and then him going like full beast mode, and then,
oh, dude, yeah, turning into an actual unicorn.
Right,
it's so funny.
And then the two guards just being kind of chill, like they weren't
no, dude, it's a unicorn. Don't shoot it. Like, wait, oh my god, you idiot!
And he fucking stops them out, and I was just like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, the time travel thing is super cool.
Yeah, like and like. I guess that's my thing is I want to see what they're gonna do with it because now that we know that Corny's whole backstory is just bullshit. Yeah. Spoiler alert, by the way, like 5 minutes into the discussion.
Yeah, we should have put a spoiler alert there, but not gonna have it.
Yeah, you're just gonna enjoy this and be spoiled and then never enjoy it the way I did.
Yeah.
But like going back and seeing if you can actually fix everything that's going on, I'm like, all right. Rox is the only one I actually feel no sympathy for, which I think is funny because he's one of the main people.
No, I think that's fair because he's just such an asshole.
Yeah, actually,
like he's charismatic, but he always picks the asshole option.
Yeah, like and it's one of those things too where it's like. It's one thing if it's like he was charismatic and just hopeful that he was actually going to do something, but the problem is he's firing off these ideas so quickly. And just he's trying to adapt and spin every situation. It feels very much just like, I mean, it's just a business. Like that's all it is. He's like, all right, I don't care what really happens. I'll make the decision that's best for me and making money, and that's how we. It leads back to corporations not being your friend. But it only is told by a three-eyed cat.
Yeah, neither are startups, apparently.
Yeah. Startups aren't your friends either.
Startups are not your friends
either.
But
they'll be stolen by the idea Illuminati if you're not careful.
Be very careful. The idea Illuminati is crazy.
You know what? The fact that we never copywrote, like, the Domino's idea is probably for the best. Fucked. That way we don't have to worry about being
abducted.
Taken to the IP.
Yeah, we don't want our fucking brains siphoned from all of our good ideas.
But no, it's a great show. I love all the characters. And I think the fact they're all actually 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's cool. It's
like
good.
It feels like an actual show, and it's like an indie like studio, like doing their own thing, not picked up by any major not studio. Is it studio?
Studio.
Major studio. Like, it's great. Like, it's a small team, which is even more impressive.
Yeah,
so.
The fact that such a small team made a good independent piece of work is crazy. And to get through a full season on YouTube is insane. Because there were so many shows that after watching that whole thing, I was getting recommended a bunch of other independent animations.
Yep.
So many of them don't make it past the first episode.
Yep.
And they're so good too. Some of them are like incredible.
Mm-hmm.
A second recommendation, I suppose, off of this one. Monkey Wrench. There's like 5 or 6 episodes of that animated. Gives me like big Cowboy Bebop vibes, except more cartoonish.
Okay.
Because it's like 2 guys in like a spacecraft, like kind of being like mercenaries. So it's pretty nice.
Monkey Wrench.
Gotcha.
I mean, after the smashing success this one was, like, what's the harm?
Yeah, what's the harm?
And it's funny because I had a similar situation happen where I'm getting like small, like independent projects that people are trying to do. One of them that I felt that I was just like, oh. It was for someone they wanted to make a movie based off. You remember Small Soldiers? The story of like the
Yes.
hyper intelligent military chip that like made it into a bunch of toys.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
became
yeah.
sentient and like were fighting each other. But like,
Yeah, I feel like I saw that recommended actually on a streaming service recently.
yeah, and it was like a little like it was a kids movie from like 1990 something.
Yes.
But someone was making what they wanted, I guess, was either a sequel or like a just another part of the series, and it was called Small Soldiers, like War for the Necron or something like that. And it was like a 3-minute like intro video. You got to like meet see like the main girl, like she's like an army commander of like what's meant to be like a space marine kind of like knockoff thing. She's fighting. She finds her enemies, the Necrons, and like the toy box across the room. And when she opens it, all the toy boxes are empty, and you see them making a break for it. Like it looks really good.
Sure.
Animation's great. It looks like the movie, but it's like adapted to be sharper, so they're not using like actual stop, or maybe they are, but it looks like they're using a mix of like CGI and stop motion. Looked really cool. Ending stinger was great, and they did the thing where they were like, find out more and help support the project at this website.
Oh, sure.
And it was published 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me see what they're up to. I click on the channel. No post since then.
Yeah.
Website doesn't exist. Instagram it linked to
damn.
is gone, and I'm
Yep.
just like, oh. I was
Tough.
like, that sucks.
Yeah, it
that
sucks.
But hey, don't worry, we got a new Airbud. But projects like this, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but those like AA studios making fucking shitty Hallmark movies,
Yep.
we love those.
Yeah,
We
those are
love
great. We
when
want those.
all
We
those
want
come out.
24 years of the Backrooms, please.
Yeah, but more Backrooms lore. Come on, it's just like SCP.
Yeah, we want SCP Backrooms, please.
SCP Backrooms. Isn't this just SCP like 1000?
No, well,
The
yes, but
Backrooms.
no. Ooh, the Backrooms.
Ooh, the
But,
Backrooms. Included with the ooh in the name.
Yeah, that's all part of the
Ooh,
title.
Backrooms.
It's weird. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, we need more of that. We need, and like, I think I was thinking about this a little too much with Brian the other day, but I was just like, because he was like, can't you just make? Oh, because we were talking about the Halo remaster.
Oh,
that came
sure.
out. It's called Campaign Evolved, and I remember because it was like literally like the exact train of thought I had was, I like Halo. I loved Halo #1. This is a modern version of Halo. And it's on the PS5. Like, this is the first time that I know of that an Xbox exclusive is on a Sony console. Why wouldn't I buy it?
Yeah, why not?
So I bought it because I was like, surely I want to support more Halo. I love Halo. But Brian was like, why not just make a new game? And I'm like, well, you could, but it's Halo. Like, it can't be bad.
Classic.
I played it.
Oh. Tough.
So the thing is that it's literally the first game, but they made new cutscenes. They changed up the weapons a little bit. They changed up the way you play. So before, it was like the big shield bar and like the 6 pips of health, and you would get health packs to like regenerate that. Now it's just 1 health bar and the shield bar, but the health bar restores over time. No need for medkits anymore. Which to me I loved because it added
that's
stakes.
like more. I mean, the regenerative health is definitely newer Halo.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like,
there's your shield bar, and then like there's your health bar.
Like, I remember Combat Evolved, the terror came when you were down to 1 pip, your health was red, and you had to find a med pack because once your shields went down, you were going to die. But in this one, it's just like, oh, shields went down, your health is down, but if I just high a little bit, like Call of Duty, it'll regenerate.
Nice.
To that point, they've incorporated hit markers. So, like, when you shoot an enemy, you'll get the fucking...
Oh, wow.
So that, I was like, all right, whatever. That's just a modern gaming thing.
Yeah.
They changed it. Like, in overshields or, like, camouflage, you would walk into it and it would instantly activate and you had to use it before it ran out. Now they're deployables, like modern Halo, like with the bubble shield and stuff.
Yeah.
They took out the old battle rifle, put in the new one, so it's only 36 instead of 60. And the thing that the thing that frustrates me the most, which I understand why it's helpful, but like those are all minor things, but the biggest thing for me is the hand holding, because it's doing the modern gaming thing where every time something happens, Cortana's telling you about it.
Oh, hilarious.
So, like, for example, we were playing the first level. And the first level has tutorials. Didn't think too much of it. It is what it is. get to the second level, which is when you're actually on Halo for the first time and you're driving around the Warthog, she'll be like, what was it? She was like, oh, Chief, there's Marines in those hills. Let's go help them out. And I was like, cool, normal dialogue. And then she was like, uh-oh, the Covenant dropship's coming in. Watch out, Chief. It has a turret that'll shoot. And, too many plasma bolts and you're done for. And I'm like, oh, yep.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Cool.
I can tell by the big turret on it. And then she was like, look out, those are jackals. They have big shields. You have to find a way to get around it, or you have to overload the shield to get past. I'm like,
great.
Okay.
Yeah, no one asked for this tutorial.
Or the one that hurt the most is that when we get to Truth and Reconciliation, it's the first time you meet the hunters. And she literally goes, Chief, those are hunters. Those are elite warriors. You're going to have to blast off their armor to shoot the wormy bits. They're orange. And I'm like,
oh, God.
Yes, thank you. I would appreciate you telling me that if I died multiple times. But literally meeting them, and there's no challenge.
Yeah,
anymore.
that's true, yeah.
Then you get sucked up into the ship, and of course, this is the first time you meet the invisible elites. And you only can tell they're there because you see their shield come out and you see the air shimmer. So the first one comes out. Chief, look out! Those are stealth elites. You can't see them because they're in camouflage. Make sure to look for their look for any air distortions. And I'm like, yeah. Thank you. I would have figured that out.
Oh, man.
And then the worst part of it is, before you get to a checkpoint, you have to kill all the enemies that show up, in most cases at least. And in this case, you're in a room and the enemies keep coming in, so they, until you kill them all. And what they'll do before the checkpoint is they will mark all the enemies that are left with nav markers so you know where they are. So you can just instantly run over and shoot them and then continue on. Normally not a problem because I get it, running around looking for one enemy sucks. The problem is they put it on the invisible elites. So you have the actual marker for the invisible elite to tell where they are.
You have a UAV.
You don't even need it.
It doesn't matter.
So after you beat that, then you move on to the actual exploration part of the mission, and they put nav markers instantly. There's no wandering.
Yeah, you don't have to walk around the map. Yeah.
It's not like exploring and trying to find the right path. It's just here, cutscene, and then you're done.
Damn.
And I'm just like, I get it. It's I'm gonna full disclosure here. Maybe there's a way to turn it off in the options. I haven't looked because it's just been it's just kind of hard to play because I'm just like, this feels wrong. And Chief can sprint. Also, that's the other part of it too. He couldn't run in the original one. Now you can activate the sprint. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Damn. But again, minor grievance on that one. There may be options to turn this off in the options, and I can explore that and see, and I'll report back if that's the case. But if I feel like coming at it from a if I was a new player and I got this, I played it and not even worried about looking at options, which is how most people are trying to play games nowadays, just plug and go because we don't have time for stuff.
Oh, sure.
You just want to relax and play a fun game to shoot aliens. I would be annoyed because I'm just like, I'm getting told every 5 minutes what's going on. They're telling me what's happening. It's very much the telling, not showing, like they used to in the old game.
Yeah.
There's no mystery of me exploring the area. It's just go that way, do the thing, and it feels almost formulaic. It just feels bad. It still
feels bad.
It's great. I love the upscaling it's done. All the environments look great. They've incorporated boarding vehicles and stuff. So in the other games, so you can do the grenade plant on the rates and things like that. It feels good, and I'm glad they did that stuff. But the overall feeling of the game feels very much like what Brian was trying to say to me was that, why do a remake that's worse quality when you could just put that time and energy into a new game that could possibly be more fun overall? I say possibly because not every game that you put a lot of money into is great.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's just I feel in that moment I was like, yeah, he's right. I shouldn't have bought this because now they think that we want this, and that's kind of the problem.
The issue, but that is it. There is a market for it, and it's easy money.
Yeah. That's the thing.
You just have to upgrade it to Unreal Engine 4 to 5.
Yep.
And just re-download all the assets. And
then you're good to go. And
press the high definition button.
Make look good button activate.
Enhance. Computer enhance.
But it's actually just computer just zooming in. It's no. But
yeah, all that to say, I think you're really going to love the last episode of Take My Muffin.
Yes. Sorry, I drove us way off track.
That's okay.
But yeah, no, Take My Muffin's been great. I do think, overall, aside from rocks, I I think everyone's great. It's well written. Voice acting is fun. It took me a bit to get used to Corny's voice because it felt like I felt like his voice didn't match his character super well at the beginning because being taller and having like the beard, I thought he would be like a little lower pitch. But you know what? It still fits. Like, I'm still there 10 episodes in, so it's definitely still kept me. The other part of it too is that while there is like sexual humor, I appreciate that it's not just like I've seen with a couple other like indie projects where it's like we're all fucking all the time, like going crazy. Like I'm glad that Draka isn't sexualized all the time. There's like and if it is happening, she's part of it. She, aside from the first episode. But the implication there is that it was consensual. Her getting in that outfit. Where she's like strapped to the chair.
With the Pulp Fiction characters.
Yeah, there you go. It was just to get Mojo in to get the Gatling gun.
They're like, you freaks had a party last night. I guess we did.
But it was that one and the one where she bet rocks that she would be able to smash Corny before she got back, and that's really been it. Like she hasn't been super sexualized otherwise. Noper's thing, again, while gratuitous, was something that he gratuitous enough to make people commit suicide. It was something that he was at least like, I did this thing for this reason. It wasn't just he got molested and raped on set. It was he consensually filmed this horrific porn movie that was like banned in every country.
Pretty much.
So it's like it's not played for just like fuck sex all the time.
It's definitely still like story driven. I will admit they do fucking hammer in Noper's past. Way
a little
more
too
than they
hard
sexualize Draka, they really sexualize Noper.
Which I guess, to be fair, is like maybe that's like them like putting a twist on the usual dynamic of like hot dragon girl is actually the least sexualized, and ugly floating head
ugly
creature.
Scientist.
Like I'm not even sure what creature he actually is. Who can detach his head and have it fly around, But like he's the one that's actually having crazy sex. And also Corny's like rainbow colored penis. Every time
they do show that
when they blur it out with the mosaic.
Just like, this is not censored.
It's
like,
this
so
is not
bright.
at all. I can see it. I can count the veins.
I can count the stripes.
You can read someone's future in the veins.
Dude, also one of the best parts is like that bird millionaire dude who lives in the mansion and has the octopuses.
But he was like, I love them so much to keep them from being put in captivity. I'm going to keep them in captivity and keep them from
separated.
having sex so they can't repopulate.
So these endangered species will go extinct and no more will suffer.
By making sure their children won't suffer, I'll just make them not have kids.
Like, what?
But then he ate it anyway, and I'm just like, I guess that's the great part is, it also like isn't afraid to tackle those themes either of like the extremes on both sides.
Oh sure.
Of like, this person who believes so strongly in conservationism that they're going back around to being like against the cause by killing off this rare endangered species to the point where he physically ate one of them. And then had to shit it out and turn it into like a fucking Cubert monster.
Yeah, that was cool. The food machine.
It turns shit into food.
Yeah, it turns shit into food, but turns food into shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a two-way street. You can't go one way or the other.
He said, "Poop in the machine." We're waiting here till you poop.
But so it's like I enjoyed it very much. And like I said, I recommended it to my coworker who saw it and was like, "What is that? What are you watching?"
It's pretty good.
So definitely take my muffin if you've got it. You've got time to watch 10, 30-minute episodes. Highly recommend. It's a good little time. It's on YouTube for free.
Yeah, it's all for free. And they're teasing season 2, so it's coming out soon. You're just in time.
Yeah, it's actually the perfect time to start watching. So definitely recommend. But that was great. And I also love, because for the longest time too, like they said it once in the opening when they fed that back guy, like, you want to take my muffin? And he ate it. And then they just didn't mention it for like 7 episodes. And I was like, dude, why is it called it called Take My Muffin?
I know, right?
Based on that first
just
little
the
bit?
one scene.
Like that one joke. And then they finally got to like the actual
they made muffins.
And I was just like, I see. Now it makes more sense. Now I get it.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take my muffin.
Take the muffin and then experience experience apparently both hell and heaven at the same time.
Yeah, we hooked these things up to a bunch of schizos so you guys could trip balls.
Well, then it turns out you were just afraid of demons and bugs in your skin. So who would have guessed that would have turned out that way?
Yeah, who would have guessed the drug trip that they were trying to sell you was terrible.
Also, that whole thing too with like the societal like flip on like this is immoral and we shouldn't be exploiting, you know, people in mental asylums, to we're actually being exploitive by saying that people with mental insanity aren't the same as us when they clearly aren't. And then back around to, why did we believe this company?
Right? They like convinced everyone at one point where it was like, we're actually paying these people.
Yeah.
Like they're living better lives because of us.
Their competent guardian said it was okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so if children's parents signed off for them to work, that'd be okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then they peeled it back with like, you're actually being exclusatory by not letting them work. And it's just like, shit, you're right.
Yeah, I do love that. And then like the president being like, we're trying to use your muffins to cheat the election.
Yeah.
Like,
so first we'll help the crime boss use the muffins to cheat the elections. Then, under duress from the president, we'll use the muffins to cheat the drug lord out of cheating the election, only to go back around to then have all of it kind of be a wash. Like,
yeah, it was all a wash. Rox got so lucky. I'm actually so pissed. That's the one part in the show where I'm like, this is the most stupid fucking technicality I've ever heard. Whereas like, well, if you think about it, everyone voted for you because it was a doppelganger of you that they also voted for.
This is also true. It's like, fuck, all right.
He's right.
It was like that, and it was also the dark matter thing where he like pitched the cult against the investors.
Oh yeah.
I was like, son of a bitch, you got away with NFTs.
He did it. Yeah, right. Fucking Draco's family shows up and they're like, it's the demon from the commercial. Like, no, I'm just an actor.
They're actually in there.
They're in there. Go get them.
And then we like get very clear implications they were like murdered.
Then they show up again.
Like,
yeah, the investors were fine.
I guess to be fair, one of them is a leprechaun, so maybe
he was just lucky.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, the leprechaun, the pig, and then just a woman.
Yeah, just hot woman.
Woman.
Like just Jessica Rabbit, but blonde.
I was like, okay. Like shocked about that one actually.
Yeah. Like she's just normal and has a lot of money.
Yeah, she's normal.
But yeah, great cast of characters. I appreciate you driving it home to
bring
it across.
I really pushed you to like watch that show for sure.
Definitely worth it though. So I'm excited to finish it tonight.
Good, you're gonna love it. The ending is crazy. I'm not gonna say anything other than like the fact that was like a fantastic ending to season 1. I didn't see it coming. I was like, damn, this is a great internet show.
This is fantastic. Yeah, definitely support. Like, I'm happy to support more projects like that too, because it obviously has a lot of time, a lot of care put into it. You know, the voice acting, like I said, is great. Like the writing, I think, is a lot of fun. So it's like they obviously cared for it. And like I said, when I looked at the credits, it was a team of like 30 people, 40 people, I think. So it's like, you know, getting that kind of animation, because it was pretty good animation too.
Yeah,
it wasn't
decent
like
animation for sure.
Wasn't anything crazy. We were talking about like Mappa fight scenes from like current anime.
Yeah, definitely not. No, but I did like also Corny's mental stuff when they like changed the animation style.
Yeah, and like whenever he has a brain blast, essentially, he like switches to that monochrome, like low detail kind of thing. And there was a point too where I was watching it and I was like, he could be absolutely lying about all of this, but it's presented so nicely. I'm like, you know what? Sure, maybe he knows what he's talking about.
Hey, man, the investors thought the same way. They're like, we're on it. That's great.
Now I see how it works.
Whereas like the Galanet,
what? Like using water as like an internet like history search essentially, or data storage. I mean, I was like, God, that was genius. That was actually
genius. It's like, I don't know what you said, but I believe you.
Yeah, it's very much the Rick and Morty like method of explaining these supposed high concept ideas and making it sound really smart, but in the end it could just be absolute like nonsense. But because the characters are presenting it so well, you're like, all right, sure,
I believe
it. That's why everyone liked Rick. He was the super smart like cynic, but he was always very confident in what he was doing. So you're like, all right, he's really smart and really cool. I like this guy.
Yeah, and drunk.
Yeah, drunk all the time.
Cool. Super cool.
Drunk, smart, burping all the time. Get him.
Old man.
Yeah. gilf market.
The
went
gilf
up,
market.
after Rick.
Do you know how
Sanchez
many
came out.
white lab coats got
Yeah,
sold
right.
after that came out?
Spirit
Insane.
Halloween was robbed for their lab coats.
Yeah, they just took the coats and left the rest of
That's
the
it.
costume.
Just put it in the. they
Damn.
were out here fucking scalping packs for lab coats for Rick cosplays.
Terrible.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pickle Rick. I'm Pickle Rick.
that's actually, it's so funny because everyone, admitting something dark about myself, when I play League, I made my summoner name Pickle Flip.
Oh, hilarious.
And everyone's like, how do you flip a pickle? How do you do it? And I'm like, oh yeah, haha. But in the dark corners of my heart, I know the reason why I called myself Pickle Flip, because it was a Pickle Rick joke.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't Pickle Rick.
Oh.
And no one's gotten it to this day, so
Damn.
it's a terrible joke. Like, and the
Yeah.
fact that I have to explain it and everyone's like, oh, that's what you meant. Everyone's just focused on the fact that it's like, oh, he flips a pickle. That's funny.
That is funny.
That's obtuse. And I'm like,
I have a dark secret as well, Felipe.
oh no.
That wasn't the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Damn it! I should have known.
I know.
Did you not? You tell me you didn't even want the Szechuan sauce.
I did eat the Szechuan sauce, but
Okay.
I wasn't going out for it.
You weren't getting up on counters and pulling your shirt over your head and whining about
No.
eating Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, I wasn't covering my body in sauce like the mongrels out there.
It's so funny that Rick and Morty, that one stupid Szechuan sauce joke,
Yeah.
has had such a ripple effect on
Yeah, it
McDonald's.
really has.
Because since that point, I had never, and maybe just because I wasn't up on my McDonald's, but like I have never seen them come out with as many special sauces as I have since they brought back the Szechuan sauce.
That's a good point.
Like, I remember there was, at first it was just like little stuff like chili lime sauce. Like that's understandable. You know, they put on a couple of sandwiches. Why not? But then it was like the gold sauce that they made for a while, where it was like, you know, it was just like golden barbecue. Like
Oh.
it was like pre-bottled stuff they just put in the
just
packages.
yellow barbecue.
Yeah, it was it was like a more fruity like barbecue sauce. But then I remembered they really turned into it with the Minecraft movie because they had the nether sauce.
Of course.
And then they did like
The nether sauce.
they did like the JJK like collab they did with like Gojo sauce.
Oh,
and,
sure.
Like, and,
Wasn't there like a Grinch one as well?
there was Grinch, the
Yeah.
Grinch pickle fries.
Yeah, Grinch pickle
And
fries.
then they did one for the World Cup just recently. But I remember the one that made me laugh the most was they did one for K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, crazy.
Where they had demon sauce.
Oh, yes.
And
Yeah,
it was
demon
that
sauce.
purple, like,
Yeah,
gochujang
purple.
pepper. And I got it.
Yeah.
Like, I got it as part of the meal because we got McDonald's at work one day. And I was looking at it and I was just like, this just looks like Grimace nut in a cup.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say,
it's-
this is just the same stuff they made the Grimace shake with.
yeah, like it's weird. It didn't really have any spice to it. It was just kind of like a little tangy. It had a little bit of kick, but like not enough for me to be like, oh wow. Because gochujang, at least as much as I've had it in Korean cooking, it's always it's just red pepper paste.
Okay.
But it is very strong. So like
Yeah.
when it's in there, like you know.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
put like
hot.
a drop of it.
Yeah. So I was very much just like, this makes me sad. But hey, K-pop Demon Hunters is,
Yep.
you know, turned the world
dude.
upside down.
Yeah, I was also actually talking about this last night specifically with
Yeah.
it's funny. I was talking with Pia about K-pop in general
Yeah.
and like the eras of K-pop and how like it's gotten bigger over time and just like some of the controversies between some of the people within some of the groups and stuff. Just because being in the K-pop industry and being like an idol and being involved in any scandal, whether it's like drugs or like a dating scandal, like it just ends your career. It's crazy.
It's I feel like we were having like our fucking like wavelengths I think synced up because I was talking about with one of my coworkers the other day where it's like Korean society, from how I understand it, allegedly, it's more, I think it's more like societally acceptable to like go out and drink a shit ton and get crazy
Yeah.
than it is to like gamble. Like it's less embarrassing to be shit-faced drunk than it is to get caught gambling.
Yeah.
It's a super big no-no and things like that. Or like, but you can get crazy drunk, but if you get caught with a drunk driving ticket, you're done. Like that, because I was recommending a show to all my coworkers. It's called Bloodhounds on Netflix, and it was sad because in the first season there was a girl who was part of the main cast, and I remember Maya was like, I think I remember like something weird happened with her character, and she's like, oh, that's right, because like near the end, her character was just written off.
Oh,
Like not even like given like a send off, like something.
Yeah, they didn't
to
kill her.
Yeah, like she left a note, and we get like a blurry picture of someone walking away from the camera with their back turned, with like a voiceover.
Yeah, implying that it's her.
Yeah, and they like, oh, I'm going to Italy and things like that because that's where my grandpa lived and things like that. Just completely out of nowhere. Because up to this point, like everybody was full in, she's just gone. But it's because in real life, the actress unfortunately took her own life.
Wow.
Because I believe she was involved with some, like, I forgot what the exact scandal was, but I think it was like drunk driving.
Damn.
Like, tickets, or she got arrested for drunk driving and like spent like a couple weeks in jail.
Damn.
But like that became a whole big thing, and like they were labeling her as like irresponsible and things like that, and like the pressure just got to her, and then you know, that was the end of it. And I was just like, that's kind of crazy to me when you can have things like the Burning Sun scandal happen, which just, and a TLDR, because it gets very dark, is just, there was a club called the Burning Sun. A lot of popular actors would go there and things like that. And then,
like Korean actors?
Yeah, Korean actors and things like that. Well, the story ends up being that, you know, one of the guys was always known for having a golden phone, is what it was called, because the idea was that it essentially was a sex trafficking ring. Like he was essentially bringing fans and things like that,
Holy shit.
and like young girls, and giving them roofie drinks, and then essentially being like, hey, you know, go have fun, to other actors, producers, international people. It was a whole thing, and I think he got acquitted. Several people involved had the case dropped against them.
Whoa.
And there was like 2 or 3 people who were pinned as like the big
Yikes.
criminal overlords of the whole thing, and they got like, I think, collective like 12 months in prison.
Wow.
Between all of them.
Holy shit.
So I was just like, how are these the same?
Oh, man.
In addition to just the pressure of being a star, like you can't look a certain way, you can't eat a certain way, you have to get this nose job done, and this, you know, get your teeth done this way. Like it's a very demanding industry.
Well, even then, man, right? Most of them don't even get chosen. Like, you have to be a trainee, and like you have to like work and like learn choreography under these like record labels. And if you just like, if you don't fit the certain look that they're looking for, you're just never going to be chosen to like be a part of a group.
Yep. And then you just lose all those years for nothing, and you kind of fall into mediocrity, like if even that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal. I would never want to do K-pop or be a K-pop star.
Yeah, I obviously have the physique for it, but I'm just going to choose not to.
You're basically Jungkook already.
Yeah, already. Like right now, this is who I am. I can do the fucking...
Oh, girl.
There we go. Yeah, I think this is a move, isn't it?
I just whipped and innate at the same time.
Yeah, and I go to whip, you hear my back snap, and I just fall to the ground. It's like, I wasn't meant for this.
It was not meant for this. But yeah, there was like right, so like K-pop Demon Hunters is like this embodiment of like the 2010 like boyfriend pop era.
Yeah.
Which, you know, a lot of K-pop
Also predatory.
stars did not like. Yeah. Yeah, also pretty predatory, and you are right at the end of the day, not just women, like you're sexualizing like under 18-year-old boys like for these young girls, and it's just weird.
It's just not, it feels, when you look at it like on a macro lens, you're like, we're just like you said, we're taking underage children and making them sexy and dance around on stage with the implication is that they may date you if you go enough of their shows.
Right. It's like Justin Bieber, man. Like all of Hollywood, if you look at the old clips, like Ellen was like sexualizing him while he was like sitting there like on her show in front of an audience, where it's like, oh, like you know, do you think about girls?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm 13.
It's like, I'm a kid. You shouldn't ask me that question.
Yeah, don't ask me that.
So it's just, or like I think back to, who was it, Patrice O'Neal, the guy who did like the producer for like the Friday music videos and stuff like that. Okay. And there was some like scandal over one of the girls that he had. I think it was Chinese Food was the song it was called, but she had like the glitter on and the tight dress, and she was like 14.
Wow.
And stuff like that. But he was in the music video too, like with her, and they were like, he was in like a bear suit or something like that.
Weird.
And he was like dancing with her at her house, and like the song was like, our parents are out for the weekend and we'll get Chinese food and shit like that. It's just like,
weird.
That's kind of creepy. Like that's kind of weird.
Really strange.
I don't know if I mean, it didn't make me feel good.
Yeah, shouldn't. Definitely shouldn't.
Yeah. Which I guess is a good thing, you know,
Yeah.
when you're creeped out by stuff like that. But it's
Yeah, that is the normal human reaction. Glad
Yeah.
to know you're not a sociopath who's going to hurt children.
that's the pen test. You get everybody in a room and you play that song. You're like, how does this make you feel? And there's one guy's like, I love it. And you're like, all right, get him.
Yeah, great song.
Put him in a box. Yep.
Yeah, straight to the dungeon.
The floor opens up straight down.
Just like a kill floor for pigs.
It's just him getting pressed against the wall. Which, to be fair, you know, is what it is. You know, can't help you at that point, but you like kids.
Yep, you're gonna
But-
get Chris Hansen out here. Also watched a little bit of that recently again.
Oh, Dateline?
Always good. Well, not Dateline, but Hansen versus Predator when he was doing his like.
like doing it independently?
Independently, yeah. On YouTube.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not the NBC version.
Yeah, I was gonna, not that sanitized shit.
Yeah, not the sanitized shit.
But,
uncensored, uncut.
But yeah, man, it's crazy, and I guess that's also too like something that we see when we're watching 2 Days One Night that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Because again, they're like the guy who just left. He was what was called a Cube basement baby, because Cube is the record company.
Okay.
And the idea is like they have these kids that they train in a facility, but it's like under
man.
the building.
Oh,
So they always
no.
call it the basement.
Yeah.
But you know, he was on one of their shows where it was like Production 1000 when he was like 14 or 15, and it was the story of like making the next like big boy band with
Okay.
all these you know young kids. He wasn't chosen and things like that, but he had always like stayed parallel to like the acting, like dancing kind of scene. That's how he ended up on the show. But whenever they bring on, like they'll do, it's put on by a place called a studio called KBS, and they'll do collaborations with things like that. So they'll often bring on like boy bands that are up and coming, or like, you know, ones that are well established, and you know they just got like big hits and things like so. Like New Jeans will come on, or you know there was I forgot what the other one was. There was a boy band that came on, but like as they were talking to them, you know, these guys are like he was the youngest. His name was something. He was like I think like 25, 26. And like the oldest is like 40 something.
Oh, man.
And they'll bring on these like young K-pop groups, and they're like, yeah, we're 19 and 20, and it's just like they're like, oh, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it's even weirder when you have these like 35, 40-year-olds like, oh yeah, I've been watching your career for years, and you're like, what have you been doing?
You.
She just said they're 19. How long have you been watching? But that's just part of the culture. Like that's
Yeah,
just
it
what
is.
that's just what's acceptable.
I know.
So it's like, all right, it's a little weird to me. Little weird to me, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
You like jazz?
yeah, literally, like you like K-pop?
You like K-pop?
Oh man. But
Yeah, I'll listen to something else probably. That is the hope.
I mean, that's the thing too. Is like, and there's plenty. Again, and whenever I say things like this, it's always under the understanding that they're not 100% all like this, but just the few that I've seen, I identify those as weird, and I call them weird. And the weird part is how many of those I have seen that have fallen into that category. It's like if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of weird it happened
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Doofenshmirtz.
Oh, it
Great
got
quote.
great quotes, yeah. Like that time when they were driving in the car and that guy pulled up on the motorcycle. He's like, hey, sweet cheeks, what's up? She's like, she's 17. He vaporizes the guy, actually.
Yeah. It's like, bro, I didn't realize you were a poet.
My man was out here cooking. Doofenshmirtz is writing his blueprints, but they're all on fire. He's out here writing straight fire.
He's out here writing straight fire. Yeah, I can see like a hood meme of like Doofenshmirtz, like the hood SpongeBob with all the green and the fucking.
It's him drawing blueprints with a burning pen. That'd be great.
Straight bars. Yeah.
The Doofenshmirtz barinator.
There's a platypus controlling me.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's such a good episode. They did have really good songs.
Yeah.
To be fair, gotta say.
Disney was, if nothing else, I feel like they were definitely the one. Like that was their thing, was making good original songs. Nickelodeon had SpongeBob. I feel like Nickelodeon made some of the best original shows. Disney made some of the best like show related songs. And I think Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon had the best original ideas, I think is how I wanted to say that. But Cartoon Network had the best shows.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Nickelodeon's like array of original content, like if we're gonna go back to like talking about the older Nick stuff, right? It's like off the superhero stuff, like Rocket Power.
Yep.
that's it.
Yeah, no other shows
That's the
existed.
only
but
show.
like Fairly Odd Parents, you know,
Oh, yeah, Fairly
SpongeBob,
Odd
Nickelodeon,
Parents.
or Rocket Power. What else did they have?
Was it Mr. Meaty on Nickelodeon?
Mr. Meaty was on there, you know, which was a weird show, but
was a
very.
weird show.
I thought it was very funny.
Yeah, I think Legends of the Hidden Temple might have been on Nick.
Yep, Nickelodeon Gas,
Yeah.
like all of those shows. What was it? Like Guts was great. What was it?
Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Well, I was gonna say for every one of those, you got your Fanboy and Chum Chums, your
Yeah,
Planet
totally.
Sheens.
Yeah, your Planet Sheens. Oh yeah, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, Jimmy Neutron was another
show.
great one.
Yeah.
What
I'm
else?
Paul.
Yeah, I still love that. To
Yeah,
this
that's
day.
the best one. That is the best outro.
Best exit off a show. Because I was like, you know, yeah,
Yeah, you
you're
are
right,
Paul.
That's great. That's
Thanks,
great.
Paul.
I feel like we've grown closer.
Yeah.
But yes, like they would really like spin up those ideas, and then you'd have Cartoon Network, which had like they still had original ideas like Ed and Eddie, Teen Titans, Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Adventure Time.
but they were. I think they had more longevity.
Oh sure.
I feel like they would.
Also,
you would find more.
Chowder.
Chowder's another great one.
Flapjack.
Yep. Like all shows that had several seasons.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
How could I fucking forget that? Literally,
Yeah,
I still
probably
to this day,
the best show.
Yeah,
like at least on Cartoon Network.
I still to this day say it's hot in Topeka. Like that
Oh
whole bit,
yes, dude!
like
It's
to this
hot
day.
in Topeka.
My toe is hot, pick it. Like shit like that.
I like the dancing cactuses at the mall.
Yeah, cheese,
Blah,
like
blah,
the
blah.
character.
Yeah, cheese. I fucking hated cheese. I actually hate cheese with a passion.
Like cheese, I would throttle cheese if he got too close to me.
God, I would love to punch that guy. He looks so punchable.
Literally, the guy. I'll never forget his first intro. He scared Eduardo. Like he was always
You
just the
can't be doing
nicest guy.
that. Yeah.
He pissed off Coco, which never happened.
Yeah, Coco was cool. I also love the old Cartoon Network games, like on the Cartoon Network website.
CartoonNetwork.com, Billy and Mandy, like all
the
that.
Billy and Mandy game, the Foster's Home games were good.
Yep.
Teen Titans had a fighting game which was sick.
That a flash-based
Yeah.
fighting game that had actual mechanics.
Yeah, it was
like,
cool.
Totally underappreciated. It was like Titan Showdown or something.
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
awesome.
But like those shows had longevity and they felt good. Like 95% of the time I felt good watching. There's a couple off episodes which are guaranteed to happen.
Yeah.
But Nickelodeon had like the mainstays like SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents, but they would throw out, like we said, Drake and Josh, these shows that
They did have the other ones too, the more recent Victorious, Sam and Cat,
Zoe 101, Ned's Declassified.
Ned's Declassified's a classic.
Like, they would throw out all these other ones. They would try and do spin-offs of them and things like that, but I felt like they were often shorter. Like for every Nickelodeon or 2 show, you'd have one ending cartoon show or Cartoon Network show. Like I feel like Ed, Edd n Eddy covers Ned's Declassified and Victorious.
Oh yeah,
and Sam and Cat and all that stuff.
Yeah, regular show was a long show. It took a while to actually finish that. I ended up watching both Adventure Time and regular show in full recently.
Yeah.
And oh man, dude, I mean, regular show, I think I might have enjoyed more than Adventure Time even, to be honest.
Because Adventure Time got so crazy with the lore. Like
Yeah.
even I was watching it with Maya and we both got to a point where we were like, what are we doing here? Like this is like they're doing interdimensional time travel, and they came out with like this like the Fiona and Cake like spin-off show, and I'm just like, and then there was like Adventures in Ooh, and I was just like, there's too much going on here. They got too high concept for me. I got the one brain cell. I can't be spending it thinking about alternate timelines, man.
But Bird and Raccoon going, oh?
Yeah, like that's easy, and it's got like a weird Sasquatch that skips everywhere, and Muscle Man goes like all the time. Yeah, like, that's all I need. That's all I need.
His high five ghost, he just likes high fives.
Yeah, literally he died just to give high fives. Like that's amazing.
He died for it.
And also too, they would put in so much absurd shit from time to time where I loved it, like the Billy Mitchell episode with the big floating head.
Yeah. He sued them for that and lost too.
Which is great.
Yeah, the judge was like, a giant floating head can't resemble a real person.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like that's just not possible.
Doesn't make sense.
Or the one where like Skips got so mad that Rigby beat him at arm wrestling by using a device that he killed him when he was arm wrestling, and then he had to arm wrestle the Grim Reaper to get his body back or soul back.
I did love that.
I'm like, dude, this is so good.
Yeah. Or when they did the eating challenge with the omelet and then get teleported to like the Indiana Jones room with the knife. It's like, you chose excellent.
Or the other one too that I really loved too was what was it when what did they do? Mordecai and Rigby like started getting really, really smart to the point where they started understanding like the fabric of reality.
Yes. Yeah, they could only understand each other.
Yeah, they looked back and it was like, and then they looked back and Mordecai and Rigby are talking like Latins.
Yeah. Ignis, Wignis.
Moriartis! I just remember that.
Moriartis!
Just threw his hands up and said that. I was like, what is going on here? It was because I was taking Latin in high school. I was like, oh, that's me. I know Latin. That's me.
Moriartis is so funny.
Because I don't even know if it was they were even using it correctly. If they were just talking about the guy from like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But God, that was. But like that's what I mean. Like it was a good, fresh, long-living show, and then it was able to play out like naturally.
Yeah,
where, like, Nickelodeon,
and the ending for that show, I should say, fantastic way to finish
like,
it off. Like they did not fumble the closing for that.
The fact they were able to pull it all together after everything, like the fact that it ended, but it also like one of its first episodes was like adopting ducklings they thought to karate chop.
Oh yes, dude.
And I'll never forget the scene where like the snake knocked over the tank they were in, and it tried to eat them, and they all just beat the shit out of it with karate chops. Like, I'll never forget the sound of them beating it up made me lose my mind every single time as a kid.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's so good. So good.
I think he wants me to put the hurt on him.
You want you to put the hurt on him? I think he does. Just throw him at him. I remember someone dubbed that to Squidward walking away with his back from the one episode where he was like trying to where SpongeBob and Patrick stopped being friends.
Oh yeah,
it's just Rigby hitting him and realigning his spine.
Yeah, that's good. That's so funny.
I was like, oh god, bridging the gap. This is
what multimedia content's all about.
This is what the multiverse should be. Not any of this Doctor Doom shenanigans.
Yeah, bring back the LeBron verse.
Yeah, we want to go back to the LeBron verse. It hasn't even started yet. Yeah, but we want to go back already.
I want him in my regular show.
I'm surprised he didn't. Yeah, because they had that basketball episode.
Yes,
too.
They did.
So, oh man.
Shocker.
God,
missed opportunity.
Good times.
Yeah. I do got one video game I do want to share with you, potentially, for streaming maybe, because you could do multiplayer, I believe.
Okay.
It's called Vampire Survivors.
Yes, I've heard of Vampire Survivors. I'm pretty sure I have it too. That's the one where it's like
top down.
Yes, it's like Castlevania.
Yes, yeah, there is Castlevania stuff. At least as far as the gameplay goes, I like to call it like Zombies Arcade.
Yes, I can absolutely see that. I've definitely played that before, and I've also played the other. It's funny because I was like, how'd they get away with this? But there's another game called Mega Bonk. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No.
It's basically Vampire Survivors, but 3D. So,
interesting.
Like and it's the same thing. You get you get to choose.
Yeah, you get like 6 weapon slots and 6 passive weapon slots.
Yeah, you can upgrade to have more over time.
Yeah, evolve them.
And it's like, and the part that got me too was like, it's almost like, you know, the chest opening animation where it like does the dun, dun, dun with the lights.
Oh sure.
They do that almost 1-to-1.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I was just like, what's going on here? What's this?
Yeah, this is just they ripped a bunch of popular IP stuff.
Yeah, actually, and then they made it more like, I don't know how else to describe it besides like Reddit pilled.
Oh damn.
Where it was like one of them is like it's a skill you can get called the Thunderclap, and the description is literally like, when you clap an enemy's cheeks so hard, it may cause a lightning bolt to strike. And I mean, that's what happens when you're fighting an enemy with your auto weapon. Like, there's a chance that when you kill them, a lightning bolt will strike. Is what they mean. There's the big bonker, and it's like a big hammer. And it's just like
just a hammer
increases damage, or may instant bonk an enemy. And an instant kill them, but it's like the hammer from the bonk meme where you're like flattening in the sheep eating his head kind of thing.
Hilarious.
So it's like it's got the more of that like teehee like
Yeah,
Reddit
that's
feel.
a meme game for sure.
But no, I definitely do like Vampire Survivors, and I was like, honestly, that's a good game just to put on to like chill and vibe
Yeah,
to.
man.
Because all it is just
Yeah, dude, I've been playing it on my
move left
phone.
and right.
It's free on your phone.
Oh,
on
no, I
Steam,
didn't
it's
know
a
that.
couple dollars.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's $5 without a Steam key. I'm sure it's like $1 with a Steam key.
yeah. It's I know like Ron also was super into that game. Ron and Zoe were big into that for a while.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a fun game.
And they did introduce multiplayer as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
So it's like it could be
Yeah,
fun.
you could do
I'm
it.
down for it.
You could stream it.
There was that, and
Or
then
Mecha Chameleon. That's what everyone's doing.
I have that,
Yeah.
and I played a couple games. It taught me how bad of an artist I am because
Oh,
like
no.
I can't blend with basic walls.
Oh, no.
I'm terrible at the color picker. But it's funny because they recently had an issue where there was a custom map. I think it was called like laser neon tag or neon laser tag.
Yeah.
And anyone who downloaded it because it was a free like mod map, it actually offloaded malware into your computer.
Whoa.
And they were able to hack into your Discord account.
Whoa.
And it got to the point where even the mods on the Mecha Chameleon Discord got hacked. So they had to like shut down the server and
Wow.
like turn everything off and get everything back, and then brought it back up and A, banned those people, but then also B, removed any map they've ever made.
Insane.
Because I remember they like, because on Steam when you get like something
Yeah.
happens for your game, there was one where it was like Mecha Chameleon update blah blah blah, and then like a couple steps down there was the Mecha Chameleon like brick wall.
Whoa.
But the chameleon was gone, and it was like addressing what's going on, and then a couple posts later it was like, okay, the Discord's back, perpetrators have been banned. But I was just like, dude, like really? Like you gotta take Mecha Chameleon, a game that's just like, it's just prop hunt, but you get to paint? Like
Yeah.
you wanna hack that? Like
That's wild.
That's what you're about? Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a
Mecha
shame.
Chameleon's been a lot of fun. I guess the main issue is that like now I'm sitting in that like perfect Goldilocks zone of like, I go in too early to work to play games beforehand. Let's say wake up really early, but I'm also coming home too late, where it's like most people are either like settling down for bed because
Oh,
it's
sure.
noon to 8 p.m.
Yeah, not watching.
getting
stuff
ready for the
anymore.
next day. So
Yeah.
it's like finding that area. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
If I've got the time, I might as well try. Who knows?
Sure.
Maybe it'll work better for people.
I mean, hey man, even if you are streaming at like a inopportune time, you can always potentially like just post your VODs to YouTube.
This is also true. Because I was like I said last time, I have that like charge phase like Dragon Ball like content video
Yeah.
that we used to make videos on. I could just pop them there.
Why not?
But yeah, no, that's it's one of those things out where I'm like, I got to figure out what I want to do here to actually like make it more fun for everybody. Like it's not just hey, I'll show up whenever I show up. So we'll see. But no, definitely I appreciate the Vampire Survivor. I think Mecha Bong I played once or twice, but it was because I like just finished playing Repo and it was like 2 a.m.
yeah,
but
yeah.
I was drunk. So
Oh,
I was like,
hilarious! Yeah, you were
I don't want
let's
to go to
get this
bed
one.
yet. Let me go on, and then I just played for another 2 hours, just
Oh,
blasted,
ridiculous.
like blasted off. Like
Yeah.
I had a big like stein full of like rum and coke, and I was just like,
Nice.
all right, man, this is great. And I somehow made it to like level 3, which I feel
Amazing.
like is like it's like that ultra instinct skill. Like you just stop thinking and let your
Yeah.
body do it, and then I just somehow made it all the way there. I was like, I'm not
Fluid.
gonna question it. Not gonna question it.
Move like water.
But yeah, man, I really enjoy that game. So there's also another one. What was
Survivor.io.
it?
Because that's the same game except it's freemium.
It's the Temu version.
Yeah, it's the Team version.
No, there was a game, Gamble with Friends, is what it
Okay.
was. That game is very funny because essentially it's meant for multiplayer. You can play it single player, but essentially you all load in and you get a mission from the loan truck. And it's the same thing like Repo and all that, where you have to meet a quota.
Okay.
And it unleashes you and your friends into a casino. And the idea is you have to gamble to try and meet the quota.
Yes.
The problem is that it's gambling. So,
Yes.
so
It's
like I've had this happen before. You go in with $1,000,
Man.
and it was like me and 3 other people.
Yeah.
And literally 2 seconds in the casino, we were out of money.
Yeah, it's like I put 1,000 on black and lost.
Because it like
Damn it.
randomizes the games. The first level is like there's duck racing where you bet on a duck to win, purely random odds. There's craps. There's 21. There's a roulette wheel. There's a couple different things you go through, but you can just go in, hit max, and go, and then just lose it. And then you can, as long as someone else doesn't try and bet, you can instantly hit it again and just rob the entire group of their money.
I've invested our money.
Yes,
and I've lost it all.
I've invested my money on a calculated risk, but I forgot I'm bad at math. So
I realized afterwards the risk was way higher.
Turns out putting 500 on Jarl the Duck to win when he's got like a 50 to 1 or 1 to 50 chance or whatever it is.
You telling me you wouldn't take 50 to 1 odds? You'd be an idiot not to take 50 to 1 odds.
That's insane. The other ones are like 1 in 2 and 1 in 3, but you chose the 1 in 50 because it's the biggest return. He's going to do it this time, I swear. Yeah. And then as you're being put in the fucking pit, they execute you afterwards. But it's all like goofy, like cartoonish, like nothing like big googly eyes. So it's like, it's a very fun, non-serious game. But that's when I played a few times with a couple of friends on their streams, and that's been really, really funny.
Nice.
And also, that brings me back to the point I realized I forgot earlier. There's a challenge going on, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I could probably do this. I most likely can do this if I take the proper preparations. Should I do it? Most likely not. Both from a monetary standpoint and a health standpoint. But the reason why I asked earlier about like the VTuber, like Twitch streamer, like sphere, is because there's apparently this one VTuber going on. Her name is McCrelly or something like that.
Okay.
And she gained like popularity off of her McDonald's order. And I never found out what the McDonald's order was. I just knew it was insane because people were taking the challenge, the McCrelly challenge, is what they were calling it, where they ordered her exact meal and then ate it.
Wow.
Now, I never knew about this because I only, like, up until this point, because I only found out after she dropped her breakfast order. Okay. And that one, I was like, okay. Seeing this one, I can only imagine what, like, the regular daytime menu looked like. Because, so her order, apparently, is one, like, home-style McDonald's breakfast, which is, like, the pancakes, the eggs, the sausage, and a hash brown.
Sure.
Large orange juice.
Okay.
2 bacon, egg, and cheese, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles.
Okay, yeah, now we're starting to get, that's probably like the maximum that I could probably handle, I would assume.
One of them was a meal, so another hash brown, so up to 2 hash browns, and then you're supposed to get a cafe frappe drink with extra chocolate sauce.
I mean, that's 1,000 calories by itself.
You were 1,000 calories at the fucking meal, like the breakfast to begin with.
The first pancakes was 1,000. That drink's 1,000.
You then get, I'm pretty sure you get an additional bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Oh my god.
And 6 hash browns. So you're topping out at like 8 hash browns, a full breakfast platter, 3 McGriddles, 2 large drinks, and she was like, yeah, I think that's everything. And I was just like, she's going to be out here killing people. And sure enough, I see white people are like, fuck you. Because I'm pretty sure she had it in the back, too, because it's become a bit of a meme. But I saw, like, at least a cookie tote, which is, like, 13 cookies.
Oh, my God.
And, like, a vanilla ice cream. So I can only... And I think, like, 1 or 2 kids' meals. So I can only imagine what else is on the list. But then I was sitting there, and I was like...
You said she's a VTuber?
Yeah.
She's got to be, like, 400 pounds, bro. That's crazy.
You know what the crazy part is? I would not be surprised if she ate all of this and then was actually like some like skinny girl from like Montana.
Supermodel.
Yeah, like she's a skinny girl from Montana who had like no actual health issues.
Crazy. That
like,
would be crazy.
Just crazy metabolism or bulimia, either one.
No, this sounds like mukbanging.
Yeah, but I was just like, she doesn't eat it on stream. She just told us
she should.
That's what
imagine
she does.
VTuber mukbang.
Yeah. You just see them sit there and they're bringing JPEGs to their mouth. Yeah. But I was just, at the same time, I was like, she's going to kill someone. I'm like, could that person be me? Could I do this? I'm not sure. Because to be fair, I do love me a McDonald's breakfast. But I'm like, what if my next stream was my last one with me attempting this challenge? Much to consider. But I'll just never forget because I was just like, I did think about that too. I'm like, what? Behind the veil, who is this person?
Yeah, who is this person?
And they have to be like a local legend. Because if she goes in and orders that, at like the kiosk and they see that ticket keep coming out.
It's fucking 8 a.m. They just opened and you
like,
walk in and order
8 hash
1,000
browns.
items.
Yeah, you order at least your entire month's worth of calories in one go. And again, if she can put it away and she's out here kicking, assuming it's not like a master, or not a master, you know, the one in the hole is the person. Like, it's not like a passing of the mantle. Where it's just like, you know, there's multiple people who assume the same VTuber identity, and
that'd be crazy.
And she hasn't died. You know,
Yeah.
like if this is the same woman, good on McCrelly. For some reason, you're watching this. Good on you, girl. Keep it up. But like, I'm just like, there's got to be something here. She can't. What do you call it? She can't put that down on a regular basis and either A, not be 400 pounds, or B, have like just a crazy unhealthy metabolism where she's got to eat. Maybe she's the Flash and she needs those calories to keep from like, you know, running out of muscle mass.
Maybe her body is just constantly vibrating.
Yeah.
It's burning the calories.
Maybe she really is an anime girl, and because anime girls are perfect like energy systems, we don't like see poop or like pee.
Yes, my
like,
perfect queens.
Yeah, like she actually needs us to stay powered. So it's like either way. I'm not here to criticize her. But I heard this challenge and I'm like, I'm a little tempted. I love me some McGriddles, but I'm also going to eat that and like have a coronary on stream.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I tried to do the 100 nuggets thing with friends, I should say, and it's hard to get past 30.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard.
It's one of those things where it's like, and I also hate, I use this word knowing the full implication of what I'm saying. I hate McDonald's chicken nuggets. I really do. Like, I know they're a classic for most people, but it just feels like I'm eating Tubby custard. Like, they just fried it and you know it has a crust. But
also similar. Burger King, if you want people to go back to your shitty fucking restaurant, bring back the goddamn Crown Nuggets. Yeah. When they were shaped like crowns, they were better.
I will admit the shape does a lot. Like
the shape did a lot.
I don't care if they're possum ankles Burger King. Like, I will buy as much as you're allowed to sell me. Because I remember that was my favorite thing. We would go to Jeremy's back when he was over by the Kmart.
Oh yeah.
There was that little Burger King down the road. So we'd go there and we'd spend like $20 maybe to get food for now, and then just a shit ton of nuggets and small burgers for later.
Amazing.
And then we'd go back to like my place or Ron's place or Ian's place and just play for another 2 hours while still eating the food, the leftover food. And because they were crown shaped, it dipped in the nuggets better. It caught more sauce, or dipped in the sauce better.
It were perfectly shaped to go into the sauce bucket.
And I could eat it in segments. So I could like bite one little point off the crown. And now I have a perfect another segment ready for dipping.
Bam.
So, you know, I'm just saying, like, listen, you heard our Domino's idea last time. We're trying to help you out here.
Yeah.
You know?
We're just in it for the corporations.
Yeah. We know corporations aren't our friends, but we're going to be the first to actually make friends with corporations.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to be your first friend.
Yeah. We're going to be the Tom in your MySpace of friends that aren't other corporations. We're going to be the first one every single time.
Every single time. Yeah, I think so, yeah. That makes sense.
Tom, if you're watching, sorry I never responded to your friend request.
Yeah, sorry I never downloaded MySpace.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't for me.
I was too young.
Yeah. I barely knew how to turn my computer on, so.
Yeah, I didn't really know what a MySpace was at the time.
But
what's a MySpace?
Is that like AOL?
Yeah, is that like AOL? What about Hotmail?
Yeah. You guys still out here using what was the one? It was Ash Jeeves. That same thing.
Oh, Ash Jeeves is crazy.
I can't believe they killed the butler. So because it just became Jeeves at a certain point.
Oh no!
They didn't even ask him.
They didn't even ask him anymore.
Yeah. He just was assimilated with the machine.
He reached the singularity.
Yeah.
Jeeves is one with the machine.
Oh man. But did you ever read I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream?
No.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
Just remember you talked about dystopian stuff earlier.
Okay, I might have to read that one.
It's a story of there's a computer called Allied Master Computer, so they shortened it to AM.
Okay.
And it was essentially made to be. It was made by the U.S., I think, to like be a supercomputer for war, to like make it so that way they could like essentially control the rest of the planet.
Okay.
But the problem was that it became so intelligent that it like learned about humanity and things like that and its purpose. And it was like, oh, this actually sucks. I hate humans. I actually hate humans.
Wow.
So it broke containment and met up with the other supercomputers that the other countries were trying to put together, because they were also trying to make their own
hilarious.
supercomputers, linked up with all of them,
Wow.
and then subjugated humanity.
Insane.
And like essentially ended the human race.
Okay.
But it kept 6 humans in like in almost like a contained like play area where it's like able to like freely manipulate like their DNA and things like that. And it starts with like one of the most like, you've probably heard the monologue before, where it's just like, hate. Let me tell you about the depths of my hate. And it's just him literally ranting for like the first 3 minutes of the book on how much he hates humans. And I think one of them is like, if I could impress my hatred for humanity on every like 1 quintillionth nanofiber of my supercomputer wiring, that would only be a fraction of how much I've learned to hate humans.
Oh, man.
Because you guys fucking suck. Essentially is the whole monologue.
Damn.
And it's like the most like, someone like, you post that, you know someone's mad.
Little cringe.
But it's like, it's the story of him and these 6 survivors, and they're like trying to essentially escape his control. And the problem is like every time they try to kill themselves, he just brings them back. He's removed them from an environment that has any sort of danger.
Interesting. I wonder if I've maybe seen something about this, because that sounds familiar.
There was a computer game based on it, like a DOS game.
Okay.
But it's one of them where it's like, you know, these 6 survivors who are still very much coherent, trying to just exist with this essential evil god that's just fucking with them continuously. Like I think one of it, because it follows the story of each one, and I'm pretty sure like one of them, you know, she was a survivor of a sexual assault. So he has her contained in a room that looks like the elevator she was assaulted in. You know, everywhere she looks, she'll see the yellow jumper the electrician that he was wearing. Like she'll see it.
Insane.
One of the guys was like, he was a super like attractive like bodybuilder who was super successful. So he like devolved him to like almost like a Cro-Magnon like human.
Oh wow.
And took all of his teeth out, so he can't eat anything without being in pain, but the only thing he can eat is like tough fibrous food. Like shit like that. And it's just them trying to escape this. And it's a short story. It's not super long. But I was one of those ones where I'm like, I would also like to recommend this kind of like H.P. Lovecraft. And I figure since you're already in a dystopian mood or like reading mood, sure, if you're interested. But then I was also like, how do I really break it down for somebody that I don't sound like I'm insane and get put on a list? But yeah, that was...
Well, I feel like reading most dystopian novels gets you put on lists.
This is true. Either for having ideas or for
being a free thinker, getting anti-government sentiments put into your head.
Either way, it's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose. There's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Pedagogy of the Oppressed is really good. That one's not in a fictional one. That one's more just like a literal like, this is how society is and what you need to do as far as like re-educating yourself and like changing the education system even within any given system.
So you said this isn't a non-fiction. This isn't a fiction, by the way. This is just a documentary.
Yeah,
it's a rule book.
Yeah, this is just a rule book on what you should do as an oppressed person in a society.
I mean, hey, listen. Nowadays, texts like that are needed. So
yeah, it's needed. That's a good one.
Pedagogy
of the Oppressed.
Gotcha.
I think it just like turned 50 years old kind of recently, actually, which is nice.
Birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I don't think the author's alive, but that's okay.
Well, if you can hear me, happy birthday.
Yeah.
I just feel a cold hand on my shoulders. He's here.
Yeah, he's here. Something I learned recently, though, which was pretty interesting, is that, like, as far as you got to even be careful, apparently, with your dystopian things and what you're watching. And to be fair, Fahrenheit 451 actually described this exact scenario and why things are so dangerous.
Yeah.
Which is like, in Fahrenheit, just to give you some preface about like this thing that I had noticed, right? In Fahrenheit 451, there's this concept where it's like, the book is about like burning books and like limiting education and resources for people, but it's not just that. Like a lot of the real malicious part is that all the media that you're being shown on your TV and your devices are state media they take, accounts from these old books, change the narrative into whatever messaging they want, and then push it out to you.
Yeah.
And the hope is that you're not going to go read the original source text to like really see what these authors were talking about, where like you're just going to go see this adaptation where like anyone's going to like trick you and influence you into like their sphere of influence.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Animal Farm. The movie rendition of Animal Farm, the ending is changed, and part of that is because the CIA funded that movie to some degree.
I remember that.
Yeah, so rather than, like in the book where it's like, I think it's like the pigs end up like going into power, and then like there's kind of like this, like, oh my god, like what the hell kind of messaging or whatever. In like the movie, like, yeah, the pigs take over, but then it's like there's like a second revolution that happens where like in the book there's not like a second revolution, where it's like in the movie it's like the messaging is more like, oh, revolution is good, revolution will always like overthrow bad governments, and like you can always like do that because that's the United States' whole thing is like we go into places and we revolt and we put in new powers of government, where like in the book it's more like no matter like who's in power, like any sort of government power is bad.
Yeah, because I remember the ending to the book was like the pigs are sitting at the table with the humans who were funding the previous owners to treat them the way they were, and I remember it ends with all the animals looking in the window, and I feel like the dog was the one who was watching it, and he was just like, or she was like, I can't tell the difference between them anymore.
Yeah,
so it's just
yeah.
Like, and that's how it ends.
Between them.
That's it. So I always thought that was interesting, because then you look at the three different film adaptations that they had, which was the original like cartoon one from like 1960 something or something like that, where it ends kind of similarly, and it's just very bleak, very upsetting. But then there was one that was filmed for direct-to-TV with like live action animals and stuff like that. And, it ends with, the pig sitting at the table and all that. And they like, but then they time skip to like 2 years in the future. The farm is fallen, the pigs are all dead, everything's come to ruin, all the animals that escaped, because they managed to escape rather than sticking around in the original. The original cartoon one, a second revolution did happen, but there's no like, we don't see the trickle-down effect of what happens after they overthrow the pigs, I'm pretty sure. It just ends with them getting their comeuppance, and everyone's like, we know, now we're free, actually. And then it's assumed it's a happy ending. In the TV show, same thing. They time skip all the animals that were able to escape, which was everyone but the pigs, come back to a destroyed farm. There's nothing being made there anymore, and they meet up with all, like, anyone that, like, all the kids that were left behind, they meet up with their parents, and like, oh my god, everyone's so happy. And then, like you said, the new one, it ends with, we're good. It's all good. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So that distortion and just getting more egregious, where like this one is now pitched as like a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Like it's got the funny haha, like, back at the barnyard animation.
Yeah, pitching it like it's a kid's movie, and like you're indoctrinating children at that point.
That's all it is. Yeah. It's literally just like, I can hear the coming this summer, like a fun movie for the whole family this season. This summer, Animal Farm.
Yeah, George Orwell's Animal Farm.
Yeah. Andy Serkis is, a fucking princess or whatever.
Andy Milonakis.
Yeah. Andy Serkis is Andy Milonakis. That's it.
Andy Serkis as Andy Milonakis in Animal Farm. Like, what?
He's mocapping Andy Milonakis for some reason. Rather than just get Andy Milonakis.
Yeah, but, just get the guy.
But yeah, like that, I think that, when I saw that, I was like, that's not real. Like, that's a joke. But then I saw the poster in the theater, and I was just like, oh. And then I watched the actual trailer for it, and I was like, oh, this is real Animal Farm. It's not like bad. It's a new, like, anything like that. They're just telling the story again, down to the murder. Like,
oh yeah.
But it's funny too, because I remember I was talking to my sister about it, and I was like, yeah, I know it's crazy, and like, with how everything goes down. I was just watching a video on it, and like how capitalism is bad, and she was like, no, it's about communism. And I was like, I mean, true, that is true, but also I feel like most things happening in the book, allegedly, are happening right now under capitalism. Like it's not really a difference aside from the fact that we all know communism bad.
Well, dude, yeah, I mean that is the point where it's like in the book it is, and I should say this is similar to 1984 as well, where it's like on the surface level the society is like a very communistic society, but like as with the end of the Animal Farm book, you can't tell the difference between the two anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Like capitalism gets to a point where it is just the same, right? And that's why a lot of these books also get banned at some point in most countries, where it's like, because it's actually not communism versus capitalism that most of these things are sort of like making the public worry about. It's authoritarianism.
Yeah. And that like consolidation of power to those who are already ahead, taking it away from those who aren't.
Yeah.
So it's like allegedly.
Allegedly.
I have to make that clear. Allegedly.
Please don't kill me, CIA.
Yeah. Like, please don't. I'm gonna get an email at work tomorrow. Maybe like, don't show up for the next podcast episode. I'm like,
don't show up for the next podcast episode.
But
meet me outside my white van. Get his phone, please.
We've got free candy.
We got free candy.
Do you have an Xbox? ... Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like, you know, it's funny because like I'll always hear that argument too, or if it's like, you know, like, oh well, you know, basically just be communism at that point. Look at what's going to happen under communism if you elect these communists and socialists to power. It's like, but that's already happening. You're already doing that, and you're telling me that this is different. Like this is good. The thing I'm suffering under, but them promising me more will be the same, if not worse. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Like it's the whole thing with walkable cities. Like I hear, like there was a lot of, you know, like hubbub over like, oh, if you make a walkable city, then what's going to happen is if you want to drive anywhere, you're going to have to use carbon tickets, and then you know you have to pay carbon tickets to go a certain distance, and then what'll happen is the rich will buy your carbon tickets, and then they get to go on vacations while you stay home, and I'm like. Sure, but essentially what you just told me is that I'll make money to not go on vacation. Everything I will need will be in a walking distance from me, so I don't need to worry about car taxes, gas.
You don't need to worry about it anyways.
You know, I get exercise, and I'm also going to have a stronger sense of community because I'll be able to, you know,
interact with
people more easily because it's all walkable. There's no cars. Like distance will be minimized.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? It's like if you are against walkable cities, do you remember when you were in college?
Yeah, we had to go both ways in the snowstorm.
Wasn't that so fun? But it was a walkable city. Yeah.
And that's the thing, like don't get me wrong. I understand the idea of like, well, it's just a way to control people. You're locking them into a smaller location, you know, you're having them want less so they can have whatever they want and you don't think to look outside the city. I could definitely see that being an angle to it. The problem is the way things currently exist now is everything is far away, everything is expensive, and people who have more money are just taking more vacations than me anyway. Yeah, the difference is that I'm not being paid for it. Yeah. Like, I can tell you very much, I have taken one vacation this year, and it was to go to New York with Maya. I know several people who have gone on much bigger, more expensive trips. Not that work with me, but like, I'm aware of their travel as part of my job. And boy, howdy, like... I'm so glad that this is going to be only happening if we lived in a walkable city. You know, I'm so glad that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, right. Not like every single millionaire is flying on their private jets and just burning a bunch of fuel.
Yeah, remember we had the whole Taylor Swift thing where like someone tracked her jet track, like, or
it's
like
crazy.
Things. Like, I'm so glad that's only happening because we have walkable cities right now. Oh wait, shit, my bad. No, I forgot.
Right, or like actual decent public infrastructure for transport.
You know, that like
clean and safe buses, fast trains.
You know, and part of that I know is partially on the public. Like we as a society, because we have this very much. Well, I'm going to get mine, and that's that. You know, like it doesn't lean into maintaining public places for each other because it's very much. Well, I don't care who sits here after me. I'm sitting here now. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm taking a shit in the seat.
Yeah, exactly. Like that part of that's on us. But I agree. If we put more money into it instead of another, you know, testicillion dollars into buying drones and fucking S2 bombers.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have a nice trade. I don't know.
Another $1 billion to Israel.
Yeah. Oh, please. They are starving over there. We need to give them more money. They just resettled a bunch of places, man. They need the money.
They need to build the infrastructure to get rid of the old homes.
Yeah, like, you know how expensive it is to break down other people's houses and build on top of it?
Yeah, especially when you don't have the proper construction equipment.
Yeah.
You're not even thinking about us, the little guys.
Dude, they spent so much money on the military. Like, we can't. They don't have money for construction. We have to help them.
Yeah, we have to help them.
They're just a small little country, man.
Yeah, bro. They're just a tiny little country.
Yeah, they need more space. It's not
in the middle of an area that everybody hates.
Yeah, you know, the place that they say they don't care about and they're willing to turn into ash, but they only do that because they want the space.
Yeah, because they want to get rid of everybody else there.
Yeah, I don't want you to have it. I have no plans for it, but I don't want you to have it.
Yeah.
It's very much like an HOA.
It's all dirt.
Yeah. I know you.
HOAs, dude. I hate the HOA too.
Dude, it's every story I've heard about HOAs are disgusting.
Horrific.
Like, disgustingly terrifying. What do you mean you can sell my house because I didn't pay your fee?
Oh, so
and
stupid.
keep my lawn at 4 inches.
Insane.
Like, I don't. What do you? I bought the house. My name's on the deed. And it's like I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't even know how it's legally possible.
Yeah, how is that legally possible?
It feels like it's just because a bunch of people got together and said so.
Yeah, seriously.
And no one's like, hey, no, like, you're not gonna sell my house.
Yeah. Did you see that? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Cars for Kids.
Oh yes. When they were sending them,
yeah, they were sending a bunch of money to Israel. Yeah. Your cars went to Israel, dude. That's crazy.
The kids were in the cars. That's why Israel got them. So.
Oh man, I'm so shocked.
I was just like, because I remember the commercials too, and I'm just like,
yeah, man, that tune is like, it drills into your head. And you know, I'm starting to think maybe that beat was made up by a Mossad agent.
It's the subliminal messaging, just like
the subliminal messaging. Dude, the earworms, the adversarial frequencies.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm just the AI Alexa that they fed the subsonic frequencies to, and I believed my cars were going to children.
I believed it. I believed they were.
If we just broke out of indoctrination a minute sooner, we would have looked back and gone, "Why would the kids need the cars?"
Like,
yeah,
they can't drive.
That was the question.
They can't drive.
We never answered. Why would the kids need the cars?
Why do they need cars?
Oh God! Now we know.
Now we know. There was also this campaign I saw. Well, actually, before I go into the campaign, have you been getting the ads on YouTube that's like, get your free Israel America pin?
What?
Yeah, man, I get that shit a lot, actually. There's a couple ads on YouTube that I get. There's, these ones are non-video ads most of the time, where it's like a post ad where it's like, it's just a picture of like one flag that's like behind another flag, and it's Israel and America, and it's like, sign up, give us your information, and we'll send you a free pin.
They're gonna do a checklist of everyone who didn't sign up.
Oh.
is a terrorist agent.
He's probably a terrorist if he didn't
I think it's because they
sure.
just signed that bill where it's like our military and their military are now like joined.
I know,
essentially.
it's the same thing now. Yeah, it's fucked.
This is your new star to show, you know, where you belong.
Crazy. And then there's another ad that I've just been watching where it's like that older woman who's like, oh please, like they're committing a genocide in Gaza.
What?
Bro,
I have not seen this.
She's
ad.
like, don't turn away, like we need your help. The Gaza Strip is on fire.
Oh no, I've never seen. To be fair, like I said, I pay for YouTube Premium. I should go to this guy. I'm just gonna pay you $14 now.
But I need to stop seeing these ads. Is what I need.
I was gonna say. I was like, they don't show me anything, but it's just someone talking about a massacre. And
bro, it's wild. Yeah. If it pops up, I'll send it to you because it's just like one of the most absurd ads. I like skip it immediately.
Yeah.
Also, a little off that. Sometimes I will also get another one that like going off of like the whole I don't know, just like empathy card where they're like really trying to like just tug on your heartstrings. There's one where it's like, please don't turn away. My son Daniel was like one of the victims of Sandy Hook. It's like, I need your help.
I see.
I'm like, oh my God.
Attention, all Jotaro stands or whatever it was. Like, I need, in order to fight Dio, he needs your credit card. Yeah. That shit.
The 4 crazy numbers on the back.
Oh my God. It's that kind of ad.
It is sort of, yeah. It's really weird. And then, so going off the ads now, to circle into the campaign, I saw like this was a real campaign that Israel was running, which is like fucking thirst trap soldiers, where it was like e-girls, like
Yes.
yeah, man, that was like a real campaign where
Yep.
it was like just get a bunch of people horny to sign up to like go see these e-girls. Like
Because I remember,
military.
like, they were going around, they were like, oh, I love another day, like, serving my country. It's
Yeah.
them, like, sticking their ass out as they get into the turret of a tank. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay. But then you look at all the reports, and, like, the IDF has,
Yeah.
like, some of the highest reports of, like, sexual abuse, like,
crazy.
in history.
Yeah.
Like, just people being assaulted regularly and them being like, sorry. Like, I remember there was a slew of reports when, like, after October 7th happened, and, like, a bunch of people from all over were like, we're going back home and we're gonna serve. And, like,
Yeah.
like, it was just, like, literally every other week, like, 6 or 7 more reports came out of these women who have, like, come back home, who are, like, have heritage in Israel. Like, they are Jewish.
Yeah.
And they join the IDF, and they're just assaulted multiple times
crazy.
by multiple people.
Yeah.
Like, there was that video of them at the prison where they were assaulting, like they were forming shield walls.
Oh my god.
And, like, assaulting prisoners in the yard on camera.
wow.
Like, it's insane. Like, there's just, I don't even know. I don't even know. But,
Yeah,
like I said,
it's
Cars for Kids, that's
brutal.
what we need.
We do need cars for kids.
They need that.
Donate your God today. Yes.
They could use it. They could use it.
Yeah, those children need to drive. In fact, there aren't enough children on the road.
Yeah, in fact, we should add more.
Yeah.
I think I think we should change the law, put more kids in the cars that were donated,
I
and have
agree.
them sent off. Like,
And
I think
also
that'd be great.
legalize drunk driving.
Yeah, because honestly, it's just like, obviously, if they're smart enough to take those drinks, they know how
Yeah.
they know how strong their driving
Legalize
capability
children
is.
drinking as well.
Okay, hold on. Now we may be going a little bit far. Like,
Oh,
this is-
okay. Maybe not that one.
yeah, just the kids can drink, just not behind the wheel of a car.
it's just not behind the
There
wheel.
you
Correct. Drunk driving is for adults only.
Yep.
Because as we know, the only people who crash cars are little baby children.
Yep.
And that it is the drunk crashers who are the issue.
Correct.
Drunk drivers don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're driving.
Drunk drivers are not the issue. It's
They're not
drunk
the issue.
crashers.
It's the drunk crashers, guys. Come on.
Oh man, we've come so far.
As a society.
Yeah, like so far as a society, but also just this episode alone.
Yeah,
Like,
this episode alone has been a
it is.
fucking
There's
saga.
so many messages have been mixed into this
Yeah.
between, like, watch webtoons, you're being surveilled, AI interviews are crazy, let kids drink and drive.
Let kids drink and drive. Israel.
Yeah, Israel's there.
Israel.
J.K. Rowling, like, corporations aren't your friends. Like, that's this message. It's just a soup of ideas.
Yeah, this episode is definitely one of the.
Good luck editing, buddy.
I'm just gonna let it roll.
Just a 1 6-hour episode. Just release it.
What time is it, by the way?
It is almost 6 p.m.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Let me confirm, because my watch may be off. No, it's 5:53.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, are those lights still on the left?
Yeah, I still see them.
Oh my god.
So I was gonna
Holy
say,
shit.
but I was gonna say I think I might be tapped on ideas after after nearly 5
after
hours.
Nearly 5 hours. That was similar to last episode too. I don't know. I mean, maybe we call it here.
I was gonna say I think the alleged series, is probably the best because it's just stream of consciousness.
Yeah,
so it's
stream of consciousness.
You know, we hit topics that are good, and then we just fill in the gaps in between. Because there was no like big gaps there.
No, that was we talked a lot, man. There was
Yeah.
there really was almost like no dead air time, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That we did that on the second episode.
Between two polars, non-branded, I swear, unless you want to sponsor.
Non-branded, yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's as always. It's been great.
Yeah,
I think that's
amazing.
a good spot
That's
to cut
an
it. 'cause-
insane spot to cut it. Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
so-
We'll talk about these at a later point. That's a
Yeah.
teaser.
Oh, did you bring these for this conversation? I'm sorry.
No, this is just gonna be part of the set. I did
all right.
I tried to film an episode with a different guest who does art.
Oh, gotcha.
And we did it with sunglasses on, and we filmed each other.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I mean, hers one of mine came out better than mine of hers, as you can see.
I was gonna say, there's detail here. and it's just like,
That sort of looks like the first layer of paint for me. Also, we should just throw it out there. She's white.
Oh, okay.
You cannot get that
I see.
from the painting.
No, I can tell by the way. Yeah, no, that's her.
Again, did it with
He's taking the
sunglasses
lenses
on.
off.
Did it with sunglasses on. But man, I do have to do some editing for that video
Yeah.
because I had a situation where I didn't realize the recording stopped because my phone storage filled up.
Oh, gotcha. I hope that didn't happen here.
No, I
You made sure there was
made
space.
sure there should be space. Fingers crossed that we're still getting up to now even.
We find out we cut out halfway between the Israel rant.
Dude, I would be fucking pissed. Bro, if we got like 20 minutes, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed.
I gotcha.
But no, like I'll have to do some editing and kind of like explain the missing parts of the video. But I'm gonna post it at some point. But we'll talk about that at some point because that was a really good conversation. That was really fun.
Awesome.
Doing a little art thing was nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks really good. I
thank
mean,
you.
as far as the project goes, I mean,
Yeah, it's a cool project.
I'm just gonna say you're gonna have to work a little bit more. I'll tell you that.
I think I need to be a better artist.
You need to
yes.
work with sunglasses a bit more.
Because
Because you said she's white. I said,
She's a white
if you say
woman,
so.
yes.
To be fair, I guess if the paints are also in the shades, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, looking at color through colored lenses is very difficult.
Yeah.
I should say.
gonna
That was
say,
one of the hardest things I've done.
I remember
I'm
Spy
not an
Kids
artist.
3D, so.
I remember Spy Kids 3D.
But yeah, man, as always, it's been great.
Yeah,
I
been a
appreciate you
pleasure.
coming on. Yeah, so we'll see you next time, hopefully, if I haven't been assassinated by the CIA and Israel at the same
Yeah,
time.
neither of us are suicidal.
Yeah, we're saying this right now in recording. I love my wife, and I love my cats,
Yep.
and I love my job. So
Yep.
I have no reason to be upset or do anything crazy. Just
Same
by
here.
the by. This is the John McAfee defense. We're just not in international waters. Is the
Yeah,
difference?
seriously. Hey, man, gotta be safe out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say allegedly.
Stay safe, allegedly.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye-bye.